a later time. Stop it.
Welcome to the Outer Realm,
with Michelle DeRoche and Amelia Pisano. Airing live on the United Public Radio Network, 105.3 FM in New Orleans.
Boop, 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 boop.
Welcome to Negotiating Happiness, the show that
Bing bong. Bing bong.
Tune in to
Bing bong.
UFO under.
Tune in to hell on the other side of the world. Hee, bing bong, bing bong. Welcome everyone to News on the Flip Side. Oh, sorry, wrong show. Welcome to the chat. Wrong show completely. It's been in my head too all day. News on the Flip Side.
It's bound to happen. We do so much on this network, you know.
That's right. It's Jackie, News on the Flip Side on Friday night. Yeah. We had Benito with us last night. Oh, I was going to send him an invite and forgot.
Oh yeah, pop that over to him.
Benito,
Man.
yeah, Benito,
I
man.
hadn't heard that song, Both the Blue Sky, in a while. Hey Heidi.
Oh, you got to watch, man. That you know who. That's YouTube.
Well,
they're as bad as you know the other who.
I was gonna say while the song was playing, everything was green, nothing happened. Then
Of
all
course,
of a sudden,
of course, we played all kind.
doing editing.
We played all kind of songs yesterday and got popped for playing Halloween music.
Yeah,
Give me a fucking break.
Monster Mash of all things, they popped us on.
And you know what's funny? I've been playing Monster Mash in this network since its conception. That's the first time that's ever happened. Yeah, that's maybe it was where we took it off of, because I usually have them as individual singles. This was off of a list. Maybe the list is copyrighted.
Yeah, someone's playlist maybe.
Jeremy Jerome Howling. How are you, Jeremy Jerome Howling? Where are you from?
Yeah, it happened, Heidi.
Where are you from, Jeremy Jerome Howling? Where the hell are you from? Sydney. Oh well, you're in Australia. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, mate.
Wait, are you putting a topic up? Is that what you're after? What you got for a topic? Wait, rewrite that. That was like fucking jibber jabber. It was like, I need to ask. I mean, come on, I didn't have no clue what you were saying there. Anyway, why Jeremy Jerome is redoing his thing. Let's see who else we got on here. I'm gonna try to put Pal Talk on. Whoever just texted me, I am. Once we get rolling, I'll try to put it on. Stephanie Quiniz, what? Quasas? Close? No, fuck me. Okay, well, I mean, literally, I just meant, as far as I know, you could be one of them scary Karens or something. That's Jay's department. Jay's like, man, don't put me in this shit.
Yeah,
but anyway,
don't get me involved. I'm already in enough trouble.
Look, people, when you put your name up, put where you're from up.
Well, you don't need your exact address, a city or a country, general location, Europe, even, whatever.
Okay, Stephanie, even though I know where you are, where are you from, Stephanie? The Bronx. Okay. How you doing, Bronx? What you up to today? What's going on? So, Miss Bronx, let me ask you a question. Are you okay with Governor Hochul endorsing a communist for mayor of your city? I'm just curious. I try not to curse that much this early in the show.
Oh yeah, you've been pretty tame the last few shows. So
she basically said that someone's gonna blank and blank him out. Blank. He's a blanking. There's like another 50 blanks before she actually says something coherent.
Yeah. But he is the leading. They are saying he's the leading candidate at the moment in the race.
It would be a tighter race, but right now you've got the Republican guy who is a red hat. What do they call him? You know, the guys that used to wear the guys that wear the red berets and take care of crime in New York. I can't remember the name of them.
The Angels or something or other. Yeah.
So he was like the lead angel. Sounds kind of gay, but anyway, he was like the lead angel. He's running as a Republican. Cuomo's running as an independent, and Eric Adams is running as an independent. Yeah. Now, last I checked, Eric, who's the current mayor, was almost all the way to the bottom of the list. Cuomo was sitting around 36%. Zoomer boy, whatever his name is, a Democrat, was sitting around 40-something%. And then the Republican. So if the Republican drops out, Cuomo might have a chance. If the Republican and what's his name drop out, Eric Adams, then Cuomo's got a chance to win this. But nobody really wants Cuomo because we already know he's corrupt. So, you know, but then you got Hochul up there going to endorse a communist, a socialist. Somebody said send her to live in a fucking socialist country for a while. I think anybody who endorses socialism should go spend some time in a socialist country. Christopher is not socialist. China is communist.
China's communist. There are some aspects of it that might work, but as a whole, we have seen that a government run in a socialistic way, it didn't last long, and that was Russia, the USSR rather.
USSR. I like that song by the Beatles.
Back to the USSR. Yeah, I mean, how long did it last? It was 50 years, 60 years, and how long has our country been running?
250. 200. Yeah. What's it, Peter? Where are you? My messenger is bleeding all blinky and weird today. I don't know what's going on with it. No, I don't think it's hacked. I just think it's Facebook. That's all. No, but in a few minutes I'll try to put it on you. You're talking about politics. Now I realize what you were saying. Okay. Yeah. I don't know which room. I might even start a new room over there when I go over. Who knows? Well, we got like 6 or 7 of them over there. Usually we use the UFO alien phenomena group. But you'll probably just start seeing United Public Radio. And I was actually asked by a network, a pretty big network, one of the legacy media networks, that if I would please add to the United Public Radio Network and news. Don't know why. It's somebody we do business with, though. I said, should I, when I wrote them back, I said, should I say opinion news? Because, you know, we do real news, but we do opinion news as well. But we always start out with the real news. And they said, no, you're not considered opinion news because your whole show's not about opinion news. I'm like, okay, well, that's cool.
So by the way, Joe, guess what next year is?
2026.
Besides that, a little bit more specific and significant.
How the fuck is that? That could be anything. Just spit it out.
It's the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence.
Oh, yes, right. Well, wait, whoa. Okay, yeah, okay. Never mind. I was confused because we just had the 250th, but that was for the Army. Okay, never mind. We're good. I got confused there for a second.
Yeah, you had to build the Army to beat back the Brits and steal the country from them. So.
Fucking Brits. We had to beat you and kick you and spit on you and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then when that wasn't enough, we hired the Indians to scalp your ass. Of course, when they grabbed you and your wig came off, it always freaked them out. I'm sorry. I'll behave. Yes, that was a bad joke. Sorry, apologize. Not really, but still sorry. Where is the pause? Oh, I guess I'm gonna have to go to the Play Store or the App Store, whatever the hell it's called these days. Jackie Quinn, is that your name? Yeah, I've seen you on my friends list before. Here and there and there and here. Okay, let me see if I get this question straight. Why would God create us if he had already created extraterrestrials in multiple races? Well, I've said this before. Maybe it wasn't exactly God. Maybe it was one of the creations of God that created us. Yes, well, we don't know. That's the problem, isn't it?
Or we could have just spawned from pure happenstance.
And that's quite possible too.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know anybody who's listened to me for a long time knows I always say the same thing. You got three choices. You have extraterrestrials put us here, God put us here, or panspermia. And those are the three choices you really have. Pick one and be happy with it for now. Because nobody really knows. Panspermia is a valuable theory.
Yeah.
Because we found the building blocks of life now floating all over.
Now, I think there are two possibilities for panspermia. I think one is a natural bacteria or amino acids, the building blocks of life on an asteroid, on a comet. It crashes into a planet. Those amino acids now have seeded that planet and life begins. I think the other type of panspermia would be, let's say, a creationist race makes a whole bunch of comets or meteorites and fills them with DNA and amino acids and building blocks of life, and finds planets they think will hit with a good atmosphere, and they go, and then they go out and see which ones made
that's
it.
not really but that's not really panspermia. That's
that's kind of more like the God theory or the alien astronaut.
Yeah, that's the
God
panspermia
theory.
is just simply random shit coming together and random planets and
Right.
creating life. It's
Well, the other one is directed panspermia. That's aliens or other life forms doing it.
What about Jackie Chan? Yeah, he might be an alien. He's a little weird. I doubt he is, but Jackie's an interesting character, but I don't know why you brought him up in the middle of this conversation. What's up? I don't know. Ask him. You'd have to ask him about that. You mean last night's news? Well, the problem is I don't want to get into it too much, but today's news cycle is just so fast. So stuff gets in it, and stuff that would normally stay around for years, stays around for weeks. Stuff that would normally stay around for months stays around for days. Stuff that would stay around for days now stays around for hours. It's the rate that we consume is, well, it's outrageous. Think about this. When I started podcasting, you could have counted on two hands how many podcasts there were. Now there's millions and millions and millions and some more millions. It's everybody's a podcaster now. The internet's always been a great leveling machine. It's one thing nice about it. It's always been good about leveling things, helping to level things. I guess that's what I should say. Level things. Well, because I don't have $100 million in the bank, so how am I going to fight with Walmart? But I get out there with 5 million listeners and say something that goes viral. All of a sudden, Walmart, the big, multi-billion-dollar company, is kissing my ass because it's costing them money.
Yeah. Word of mouth advertising or word of mouth bad mouthing, it can cause a ripple effect, but you gotta make a lot of noise.
Peter, where are you from, Peter? Peter Pumpkin Eater. I'm sure you heard that a lot as a kid, huh? I guess it depends how old you are. Where are
Probably
you
a lot as an adult too.
You are from Dade County. Well, down there by Miami. I know where Dade County is. What's up? The one that Hurricane Andrew plowed through and left it just as a flat piece of land all the way across the state of Florida.
Well, most of Florida is all flat to begin with anyway.
No. I mean, like nothing. There no trees, no buildings, nothing. Just a nice, smooth piece of territory from one side from the Atlantic side to the Gulf side. It even sucked the swamp out. Yeah, it was crazy. Oh, one guy's pool on the other side of Dade County, they found something like 37 alligators in. Yeah, because it had sucked all the water out the swamp, threw it out on the Gulf. hurricanes do a lot of stuff, man. They're intense. What are you talking about moving to Florida? Well, where you living now? Seattle. So wait, let me get this right. You're a 45-year-old woman, recently divorced. All your children are grown. You're sexy as hell, and you're moving to Florida because you want to get a tan. Is that why? I'm not sure what the sexy as hell part had to do with it, but okay. Jay said, send him a picture. It's no, really. Why do you want to move from Seattle to Florida? You know what's so funny about all this is when I was young, I really wanted to live in Seattle. It was a nice place. I had a lot of friends there, and then it became a piece of shit. People taking over neighborhoods, trying to burn down buildings. I mean, people leaving the city because the minimum wage to flip a hamburger was $20 an hour. I know. Became dangerous. It's all them children of them Vietnam vets is what the hell that was. Exactly what it was. Hey. Okay. Yeah, all right. Sorry, somebody was threatening my life, people. Yes.
Wow.
Violent woman. What can I tell you? Having 4 or 5 girlfriends can be rough sometimes. Especially when you forget which one's name is what. Yeah, aren't you Thelma? No, I'm Denise. Oh shit, sorry. Jacqueline. No, I'm Carolyn. Wait, what are you sure your name's Carolyn and Jacqueline? Michael. Are you Michael Angley? Because that sounds like a Michael Angley question. I haven't talked to him in a while, but I was just asking. Well, I'm going to probably add in once we really get Pal Talk to where we wouldn't, we'll probably add in an audio line so people can ask questions in audio, and we'll just start taking audio questions. Yes. Jackie, how many socialist countries are there? Oh, you know what? I'm glad you said that because a little while ago I pulled it up and I forgot all about it. You know what? I thought I pulled it up. Maybe I might be lying to you. Hold on. Okay, socialist ruling party, Brazil. Not exactly the best run country. Socialist ruling party, Mexico. Cartels pretty much rule Mexico. Socialist ruling party, Colombia. Colombia is in pretty horrible shape. Let's see. The next one is Spain. Spain's in pretty horrible shape. Venezuela. Oh my God. They're in just a nightmare. Chile. Oh no, they're another nightmare. Bolivia, another nightmare. Honduras, another nightmare. Iceland, Greenland. I'm going to check and see if Iceland, Greenland are socialist. India Socialist Constitution. Okay, I have to find out what that actually is. Bangladesh, North Korea. What? Yeah. North Korea and India do not have the same government, whoever made this list. Yeah, I'm not even sure what to tell you there. Iraq. Oh, no. Now, these are all former socialist countries. Russia, Ethiopia, Egypt, Myanmar, Sudan, Iraq, Afghanistan, Angola, Ukraine, Poland, Mozambique, Madagascar, Syria, Mali, Zimbabwe, Chad. Who names a country Chad, by the way? Somalia, Romania, Cambodia, Guam, Benin, Benin. What is that? Hungary, Belarus, Syria, Libya, Bulgaria, Republic of Congo, Mongolia, Albania, all these. God, there's a huge list. Those are all former socialists. And then There are, let's see, China is communist, Vietnam is communist, Cuba is communist, and Laos is communist. So there's only 4 communist governments left in the world. Wow. Sure seems to be a lot of socialist countries. What, Jimmy Lee? Well, I mean, well, if Mexico's socialist and Canada's socialist, because they pretty much got the same government. Oh, wait, no, wait, I'm getting them confused. I'm wrong country. Sorry, I apologize. Yeah, before anybody starts writing to me, that was a boo-boo on Daddy's parts. So just calm down. It's all Jay's fault.
It can't be my fault if I'm here. I figured this out. They tried to do this to me at work too. That if something goes wrong, it's my fault. And I'm like, if I'm here, no. But if it was my day off and something went wrong, yes, then it would be my fault, of course.
Okay, so top 10 most socialist countries.
Ooh, this is a
Number
good one.
Number one, the drum roll, please, sir. Cuba.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Cuba.
I have to see that.
The next one is the Soviet Union is gone, people. But we'll let y'all have it on the list, but the Soviet Union is gone. That's number 2. Vietnam, number 3.
I didn't know that.
It's the Republic of Vietnam, the Socialist Republic of Vietnam.
Oh.
Norway. Wait, that's not socialist. Norway, officially, the Kingdom of Norway is a sovereign and monarchy in Northern Europe. What doesn't mean socialist? I'll have to read up on that more. Number 5 is Venezuela. Venezuela, people. It's right down there below, straight down at the bottom of the Gulf. Let's see. Most corrupt on the list. Yeah. It made most corrupt on the list. Finland. That doesn't sound like socialism either. I think these people get confused here. China's communist. Netherlands. North Korea, again communist. Canada. Well, Canada, you communist fuckers. I knew there was something wrong with you people. Yugoslavia. France. Another one's France, greatest healthcare system in the world. I have to call bullshit on that, by the way.
Well, okay, but it is a socialist country, yes, and that makes kind of sense because it was right next door to Nazi socialist Germany.
Yeah, New Zealand.
That doesn't make sense.
I think they get a little confused here on what is what, because some of these countries, I thought Laos was communist.
And I thought it was too.
Let's see, Angola, East Germany. There is no East Germany anymore, people. And that definitely was communist. Costa Rica. I don't know who's making these lists. I don't think
Costa Rica is. Costa Rica, I thought, was a democracy.
I thought it was too.
Hey, Google, what kind of government does the country of Costa Rica have?
Democratic Republic.
Democratic Republic. So that list is a bunch of BS.
Well,
Hey,
they got us on that list.
Family room speaker.
The 10 most socialist countries, 24 is America.
Weird. This is a Democratic Republic, allegedly. Yeah. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I have to go visit the little
boy. Yeah. It's Jimmy Lee. No, man. I've heard some bullshit, but this is one of the ones that takes some bullshit. But you know what? This is a good time. Yes, it's a good time. Let's get rid of some stuff right quick. And some more stuff right quick. And some more stuff right quick. Damn, wow, these things pop up on my computer phone. Actually, no, we're gonna oh wait, I wanted to go over these hotels right quick because somebody had asked me about this earlier. And we'll do this right quick, and then we'll go back to what we were doing. So for Dragon Con, here, real quick, the Hyatt Regency Atlanta, the Hilton Atlanta, the Marriott Atlanta, what's the Marriott Marquis? Cortland Grand Hotel, formerly the Sheraton, and Westin Peachtree Plaza. Yeah, Westin Peachtree Plaza. Yeah. Go stay at any one of these. All 5 of them will have stuff going on from Dragon Con. Yes. Yeah. So you can get in there. Yeah, so you can get in there and but just do it, you know, I would book as soon as you can. Dragon Con sells out pretty fast. 80,000 people sounds like a lot, but not really. And Atlanta's a decent sized city, and it's a hub city, which means it's a lot of traffic. So 80,000 really isn't that. It's just not that big of a thing. But let me do this right quick. Nah, Jeffrey, for some reason, I gotta sit down and clean out this computer. It's just been running like snail mode for some reason. Yeah, I don't exactly know what got it doing this, but it has got into this. I thought they were viruses. I checked the other day for viruses. It's not a virus issue. It's probably a registry somewhere. That's probably what it is, a registry.
Ooh. Hey, Steve.
Yeah, no, that's probably what it is. But anyway, we're gonna go to break here in a minute. But before we do that, we're gonna put on a song. But before we even do that,
You got a song? I want me to get one because I don't have anything
no,
yet.
no, I got one. It's sitting in the thing. But before we even do that, we're gonna do. Where did it go? I just had it in front of me. I'm gonna try to while we're break. I'll try to install Pal Talk, but. Okay, share my screen, baby. Share my screen. Share my screen. Where's it at? I don't care about socialist countries. Here we go. No, we just did the damn list of social countries. Okay, here we go. Okay, what the hell's going on here? I thought we already did this. Oh, there we are. Look how cute we are. I'm telling you what. Okay, there it is right there. All right, let me open this back up. Okay, let's go back over here. Stop. No, Jack. No, I'm gonna pay this little clip, and then we're gonna go to break. It's this is just a stupid little clip. But like I said, every time I switch between screens, it acts like an ass. So, like I said, I'm going to have to spend a day going through it and seeing what's the matter with it. Well, you know, shit happens sometimes. All right, let's go see this. All right, let's see. I'm going to put this up in just a second, guys. Let's see. You ever hear of idiot people? This is an idiot person we're going to see here in a second. He's kind of I think he has mental issues, or maybe he has TDS. I bet you that's what it actually is. He probably has TDS. I'm really thinking that's what this particular gentleman says. Carlos, just put the thing up. Just give me a second. No, because it won't let you slide the controller to reset it, so I'm just waiting for it to play. That way it's not blasting in my ear until after it's ready to play. I don't know. Pick a topic when we come back. Yeah, there's a couple of topics I want to talk about. So, but let me. This shit's so stupid. Let me. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, where is it? And where is it? Jeffrey Beam. There we go.
Ooh.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Turn it on. Y'all ready, guys? Here we go. Beep.
This is going to be great. This is going to be great.
This is so ridiculous.
No, it's not. Fuck Trump. That's
Look,
what I said.
I know, but
Did
I
you
hate
say
Trump
F
too,
Trump?
Chad. But you don't see me out here destroying property. It's probably illegal.
You know what? You know what's a fucking crime? To have a fucking Trump ban sign
Oh my god.
in the main line.
I can't believe you just said
He ran
that.
this guy's sign over. What a dick.
What is wrong with you?
Oh, what is that? Oh my god.
What is that?
Oh my
Stuck in
god.
his car. It damaged his car, or it's stuck under the hood.
Oh, that's just great.
John Blaze.
Hater receives instant karma.
What happened?
Oh my god. Oh,
What?
these fucking people. They're fucking assholes.
Fucking idiot.
I have to get to
That
It
was
work.
wasn't their
Fucking
fault
ass.
because you
Don't
ran
tell
over
me
their sign,
that.
you dipshit.
That's
Well-
and even the old lady's laughing. She's like, "You deserved it, dickhead."
Oh, obviously someone had run over her sign before, so she put up a booby trap. Good for her. That's freaking awesome.
It's
Yes.
he,
They did.
no,
Steve.
he had he had that coming, Jamie. That was
That's awesome.
yeah. That was one of those things. What about Michael Myers? Well, oh, actually, we do. We play Michael Myers sometimes. Not what we're playing tonight. Oh, sometimes when it gets closer to Halloween, because it's Wednesdays the first, I'll start having sound effects that I put on low end, and I'll just pop into a show somewhere and put them real low and let them play in the background while the host and the guests are talking. Like kind of shit, but really, really, really low. So it's not messing with. It really pisses some of my host off, by the way. They're not. They don't always think it's funny, but I do. I think it's fucking hilarious. But anyway, okay, where did that come from? That's not what we were listening to. Okay, we listened to that last night. Where did it go? I wanted to listen to Ghostbusters. Oh man. Woo, we'd listen to Thriller, but it's 14 minutes long. The 13 and a half minutes long. I'm sorry, people. Yeah, no, it's just a weird. Well, I noticed something on YouTube. Sometimes stuff disappears off of my playlist. I mean, sometimes people take songs down or they close their accounts, but it is kind of weird that it does that. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I mean, it might just be me, but it just seems like it's kind of weird that it doesn't. Well, I mean, if you delete something, if somebody's used your playlist and then you delete something, it's going to delete off of there, or it's just not going to work anymore. Yeah. But anyway, let me put this on, and we're going to take a break right quick. And Jay's dancing naked. That's why he's got his camera on. Sometimes
I'm
we just don't need to see.
practicing for the big brass pole New Year's Eve host party show.
Well, the host of United Public Radio have all been invited down to the Carnival this year in Rio de Janeiro. Yes, the whole entire crew. The guys said they put up the whole bunch of us. Some hotel in Rio de Janeiro. Hey, look, I'm not kidding. He's serious. Well, if y'all want to go, we can all go down and hang out in Rio. Jay's not going to be able to go. His old lady ain't going to let him go down there with all them naked women running around. It ain't going to happen. It's going to be like, nope, sorry, it ain't going. You must want to die. But anyway, guys, girls, enjoy Ghostbusters for a few minutes, and we'll be right back in about 7 minutes. Got a couple of promos. Hey, Sherry, how you doing? And we'll get into some real topics. We've been pretty laid back tonight, I think. I haven't even said the F. Well, maybe once. But still, man, that's good for me. Let's be honest about it. I mean, really and truly. But anyway, let me pop this on right quick. And like I said, we'll be right back in about 7 minutes. So please stay tuned to United Public Radio and the chat. Stay out of trouble. Enjoy some. Hey, what happened to Ghostbusters?
Uh-oh. 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 They went to Jamaica. Huh?
What the bleep?
The devil went to Jamaica. He was looking to sell some weed. He was doing fine. They were standing in line. It was excellent weed indeed. When he came across this young man who was likewise peddling pot, and the devil slid down the beach to the kid and said, "Boy, let me tell you what. I guess you kind of figured I'm a reefer head, of course. And after all this time, I guess that I'm a connoisseur of sorts. Now, your stuff smells okay, but this could tranquilize a horse. I'll bet $1 million in cash against your stash because I think mine's better than yours." The boy said, "My name's Johnny, and you ain't smoked nothing yet. One hit of this grass will kick your ass. You got yourself a bed. Johnny, roll a ball of hash and make sure it's the bomb, because the devil's got the kind of stuff they smoked in Vietnam. You'll get $1 million smackaroos in cash if you can cope, but if you can't, the devil will get your dope." The devil packed a bong with a little Acapulco gold, and resin flew from his fingertips as he fired up his bowl. He filled that chamber all the way, and he took a mighty hit. And as they passed it back and forth, it gave them both a coughing fit.
I was just getting help. Man.
Damn. When the bowl was finished, Johnny said, "Hey man, that stuff was great, but fill your lungs with some of this and prepare to vegetate. Cannabis sativa, sweet Mary Jane. The devil's in the backyard frying his brain. Zigzag filled with a diggity dank. Hold on tight, it'll hit you like a tank." The devil nodded off because he knew that he was stoned, and he asked if he could buy an ounce of the stuff that Johnny owned. Johnny said, "Devil, just come on back if you ever want to catch a buzz. I done told you once, you son of a bitch, mine's the best there ever was." And they fired up doobies one by one. Ain't it gonna stop till the bag is done. Green as a bullfrog, sticky as glue. Granny, do you get high? Yes, I do.
Clever. David Allan Coe.
So yeah, oh man, there's a couple of David Allan Coe that I like. I liked when he does the Perfect Country and Western, so I'll have to play that one night. There's only one riff in there I actually like, but it
was still pretty funny. I mean,
oh yeah, it is.
You got to have a lot of time and I guess a big bag of weed on your hand to come up with a song like that.
Well, think about what we listened to last night. Last night we listened to "Devil Went Down to D.C." to Washington.
Yeah.
Tonight we did Jamaica. Later we might take me to Georgia. There've been a lot of places, man. So
that devil do get around, don't he?
Yeah, so Devil Went Down to Georgia, of course, is a pretty famous song, but still.
Baby Boris wants back in. Give me a second here.
Be kind to the light. Live long and prosper. Oh, wait, let's do it right. Oh, peace and love light. Peace and love light. No, anyway.
Peace in the darkness.
Well, on the channel, I can play whatever I want, so it can be stupid. So it doesn't really matter. Even the flip side's a little different. Actually, we're looking for some kind of grungy, rocky, slap you in the face. But it's hard because anything really good, they're really pissy when you play it. And it's not that we get hit with copyright because we can always remove them later on. So that's not the problem. The problem is like if it's Metallica or a couple other people we use, it interrupts the show. Not for everybody, but for those platforms that it works on, it interrupts the show for at least a half an hour before it lets it come back.
And the weird thing is almost every music video or song or even news clips are usually almost always from YouTube itself. And it's YouTube who usually flags this. And it's like, it's on your network. How are we hurting anybody? We got it off of your website.
It's
right?
Yeah, you got to kind of wonder about that since you are playing it on their website.
We're on their website playing something from their website that's on their website. I don't see how it can be any sort of a copyright thing. And if it is, they're also in violation too, wouldn't they be?
No, because what they're saying is you can listen to it, but if you reuse it for like we do, then you need to pay copyright.
Only if we make money off of it. We're not making money off of it.
No, even if you're not making money off, you still have to pay for the use of the
I see.
intellectual
Okay.
property. And
Gotcha.
see, technically, even though all of our stuff is available for free to listen to, you still can't use it without our permission.
Yeah. Okay.
You can listen to it until you fall on your head, but you can't reproduce it without this. What's that jacket? So the radio TV business is really weird. So some shows, the network itself owns the shows, and there's just hosts in the shows. Yeah. Like this one we're on right now, and News on the Flip Side, and The Voice of the People, which we own, The Centralists we own. Those are all shows that the network itself owns, but different hosts come in from time to time and take over the shows. Actually, I hadn't even thought about it, but I've been thinking about it since I know we're going to be doing United Public Radio in a year or so. I've been thinking about bringing back the Centrals and Voice of the People. No, not with me hosting, but Voice of the People is a good show. Voice of the People was allowed you to do variety, whatever you wanted to talk about, and of course, it did get into serious politics, like once a month, or if there was like if it had been like the Charlie Kirk killing or something like that. Yeah, but the show was really more about just life, You know, how do you live in today's world? It's a 20-year-old show, yeah, with 4 different hosts. November Hansen was its first host, yes. And I think Jason, was it Jason? No, it wasn't Jason. Who was it? Gregory Miller also hosted it, but there was 2 other people. Well, I hosted as a guest host from time to time, yeah. Stephanie Benetti. Yeah, Stephanie Benetti was a good friend of mine. She's passed now. She was also a host on the network and at one time the station's manager. About 10 years ago, yeah. She was a good person. She just, you know, I guess had enough out of life. No, she didn't commit suicide, but I guess she just had enough out of life. Well, you bitches are almost like psychic tonight. Clara, you always tell me how much you hate Messenger, but you won't use YouTube. I'm confused. Yes, I am. I'm just confused. Well, as we get into Halloween, during the holidays, I play a lot of holiday music. And I start bitching at hosts and making them playing holiday music and all. Well, I'm getting a special cut of Grimpus for Jeffrey this year. Yeah. It's just for him. Jeffrey Pritchard. He hosts before us on Friday night.
He's on the show before us, Church of Mavis, Friday nights, 8, 7 Central, like underneath my name there.
He's
yeah, we had a really good show last Friday.
Yeah,
Steve, we should get him on here. He seemed like he would be good with politics.
Yeah. Chrissy, no, Jeff and I go way back. He's been here, I don't know, 14 years, I think now, 15.
14.
He's not a bumpkin now. It was kind of took me a year to get him on here because he didn't like talking, which is hard to believe now. You can't shut him up. Man. Yeah, I know, man. You can't shut his ass up. No, he preferred to do text. That's how I met him. He offered me a text interview.
Yahoo chat room, text chat room messaging things.
Yeah. And I was like, you want me to do what? I said, you want me to text? Are you fucking crazy? Text? Yeah. I said, you own a radio network, right? Why would I want to fucking text, man? What the fuck is wrong with you? I said, besides, man, it'll take me forever. And I type way faster now than I used to, but I have a tendency to leave out words, sometimes paragraphs, sentences. My brain works even now. My brain still, even I'm getting old. My brain still outworks my fingers.
My brain works too fast for my hand to write, let alone type.
Yeah. So they would pick a topic, and he'd bring in somebody famous, and then they would do the questions. And Jeffrey would ask him a question in text, and he would answer the question in text. In some ways, it's good because it limits you to how many questions you can get by how fast each typer is. How fast you can type. What do you mean typewriter? No, it's online chat text.
Well,
text.
Yeah, it was desktop.
Or
15 years ago.
In my case, you see there's a one less hand there? No, I can type a little faster than that, but it's oh no, it's like this one next to me, it's gonna be like 4 fingers.
I want that typewriter that they had in the episode of Star Trek, the Terry Guard. Gary Seven sits her down and he says, "Give me your report from what you did the last 2 weeks." And she's like, "How am I supposed to make that thing work?" And then it starts typing whatever she says. I want that typewriter.
Yeah. Well, they've been around for a long time, since I think 80s, I think it was, they started having them. What gets me is, so back in the 80s, they could build a typewriter that could listen to my coon-ass accent and type it correctly. But here in 2025, with some of the most advanced fucking technology in the planet, and it only gets it right half the time.
Yeah, you can. The talk to text does not work. Diane uses it all the time, and it always comes over garbled. It's like, no, I don't want any cottage cheese. And who is Jeffrey? Hello? And it's like, oh no, I didn't mean to say that. It's like, yeah, no kidding. Why don't you type it?
Fuck that typing. That sucks even more.
No,
It's,
I know. Well, I mean, at least I can follow her if she's typing with her fingers.
Yeah,
But
well,
almost
look,
all of-
I'll tell you
almost
where it
all the
gets me
voice
in
to text
trouble.
things. It's like you can say something like, "Would you like marshmallows for dinner?" And then what you get on the other side is, "The marshals are coming over." It's like, "Oh, well, I'm not going home. The cops are on the way." You know?
I know it's I don't know, it's crazy stuff. Where it gets me in trouble is when I like to do a lot of comments on stuff, but if I don't go back and check it, now somebody will write to me, "What are you ignorant? What are you talking about?" And I'll go back and read it and say, "Well, voice to text isn't always the best. And you should go back and check it, but when you do long ones, a lot of times you don't. You just go on." And I tell people all the time, if you can't figure out what I was talking about, maybe you shouldn't fucking be on here anyway. I say, because most of it's pretty clear. And what gets me is when people get mad at me for writing one whole 5 mile long paragraph, and I'm like, okay, I said you're gonna bitch because there's no periods, which I can understand that really, but still, there's a lot of content there, and the only thing you could find to bitch about was the fucking period. Shouldn't you be saying, "Wow, this is pretty good, dude"? I mean, because the only thing you could bitch about was the pyramid. I mean, the period.
Well, and I think that's also part of the problem with it. Even with if I want to do it in my car, I can do it by voice, and it's usually pretty good. But you have to put in you have to punctuate it, and you can't just talk to it. You can't go blah 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 and then start the next sentence, because then it gets all confused. You have to go period or exclamation point, question mark at the end of each sentence. You're supposed to anyway, but I don't always.
You know what I've started doing the last 2 years is I just put a space, a gap, so it's a start of something new. Usually like 5 or 6 letter gap, something about yay big. And if you can't figure out, I just started a new sentence, and really you got issues.
I have used since the early days of the internet in 1996 when I first even saw or even heard about the damn thing. It's 4 whatever, it's 4 dots, 4 exclamations, 4 question marks. I always do 4 punctuation marks at the end of a sentence usually, or end of a paragraph.
It's grammar. Fuck grammar is all I can tell you. It's
yeah, and screw
thank God for
spelling, because
Grammarly.
The word work is WROK. It's on the keyboard though, it's WERK. That's how I spell it because it's faster. It's K. K.
Oh man, look, things like R and U, it's just the letter. You get an R or you get a U. I don't even bother writing the word out anymore. I'm like,
the one that doesn't work is UR. The capital U, capital R for your. It works for you are, but it doesn't work for your. You know what I mean?
And when I got
E on it for your.
Yeah, no, you're just I just write out, but and even when I do when I have a U and then an R next to it and like that, I'll always space them out apart just so they know it's two different expressions and not something I just fucked up on. It's but all my most of the hosts and all the directors at iCar will tell you, first thing you have to do to become a good host or a good director is learn JoJo Ease. Michelle will tell you that. Any manager I have ever had will tell you. And I still remember she was like, "Joe," I said, "It's called JoJo Ease, baby. You just got to learn."
Yeah.
And
if you don't have a sarcastic bone in your body, you're probably going to have very hurt feelings.
Yes. Well, in this case, I just a lot of times I'll just, because I'm bad about skipping words. And so it's, they'll be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I'm like, "Really? Do I have to explain
how many times do I fill in words that you're trying to grasp? How many times do you fill in words that I'm trying to grasp for a sentence? We do it all the time.
But that's what happens. So you type it, and you're thinking, but you start thinking 3, 4, 5 words ahead, and then all of a sudden you're skipping words in the backside. So
yeah, exactly. Then your eye tongue gets over your teeth, and you can't see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's just so you have to stop and go back, and it's a pain in the ass. It's actually, I hate to say this, I write better when I'm semi-exhausted and had a few drinks. I write better. And I had actually punched out almost 80,000 words in the last 4 years I've gone to Writers of the Future. But I get home when I read it. Yeah, I get home when I read it. I'm like, fucking jibber jabber, delete. And I forgot one of the guys, "You should have just let me read it first before you fucking said delete. How do you know it's jibber jabber? You know what the fuck you're doing?" I'm like,
"Joe, you weren't drunk noveling, were you?"
I don't know what I was noveling.
Drunk noveling.
One of the guys, one of the artists said, he said, sounds like you're channeling Elrond. And you know, you kind of get in his zone when you're there, because I mean, there's a lot of his stuff's around you, his life's around you. He's, with the exception
guy we
of
had on last night was a channeler. Very, very cool dude, Steve Rother. If anyone's interested, look him up. I think it's steverother.com. He did a channel for us, right, live on the show, and it was badass. I mean, I've seen videos of Edgar Casey under the trance, and then there was that, I don't remember her name, but was it Blavatsky? It was in New York. The lady that did the Urantia book.
Oh, I don't know.
It was in New York in the 20s and 30s. I didn't see that event.
I mean,
but there
damn,
are
Jay, I'm
some,
old, but I ain't that fucking old. God,
there are some audio
yeah.
recordings though of that session, and I have heard some of those sessions of the Urantia, the guy or lady. I think it was Madame Blavatsky got the guy into the limelight, but the dude that channeled the Urantia book also channeled other kind of stuff like Casey, and I heard one of those recordings on one of those. It would have been a wax seal, one of those Edison wax gramophone seal thingies. That was very cool.
Yeah, that is. God, I ain't seen one of them since I was fuck.
Yeah,
I'm not even going to say it's embarrassing.
I don't even remember what documentary it was on, but it might have been. It was in the 70s, early 80s, late 70s, so it might have been the original In Search Of. I know they had a few episodes where they talk about Madame Blavatsky and her weirdness, but it was the 20s and 30s. This guy channeled the Urantia book. I have it up there somewhere. And when Steve did his channeling last night, his voice changed, his mannerism changed, and his accent changed. It was almost a British accent. And then I read this book, or I tried to read the Urantia book. My dyslexia just won't let me do it. It's in like a metered, like a rhythmic cantered metered thing, and it sort of is. It reads a lot like the Bible. I must honestly say, but it was so confusing to my dyslexia. I couldn't get past like the first chapter really.
It's like I remember when I woke up one morning and I was talking to a friend of mine, and I started quoting stuff to him. He said, "Wait, what the fuck you been reading?" I said, "Just going through some old manuals and stuff I had that I used to have when I was in the Navy." And he's like, "That doesn't sound like this. It sounds like something else. I've heard that before somewhere." I'm like, "Wow, I don't know." And for like the next couple of weeks on radio shows and all, and these things just kept coming out of my head. And then I went to sleep that night, and I woke up the next morning, and I realized this thing popped in my head, the universe in a nutshell. So I went and got online, looked it up, found out it was what's his name? The crippled guy. I can't think of his name. Stephen Hawking. It was one of his books. So I got a friend of mine. I said, "I want you to do me a favor. I want to tell you stuff, and I want you to look in this book and tell me if it's in there." It got so bad when we got to the center that he's like, "What are you reading it?" I said, "No, you can see me on cam." He's like, "Joe, did you memorize this thing?" I said, "I've never fucking read it ever."
Never even had the book until today. Yeah.
Still have not read it. Yeah, still have not read it. And for somehow or another, the whole damn thing's in my head. Don't ask me why. I guess at the time it was something, there was a lot of projects I was working on back there that might have been relative to, but it still was very weird. It's not the only time. I mean, there's been times that, don't get me wrong, I've had a pretty good education. I can't really hate, but there's been times where I've just known things. And I'm not talking about nothing psychic or anything. I'm just information that I've never read, never seen, or never looked at. And sure enough, then I got to thinking maybe it's some kind of genetic memory, but that's not true because some of that stuff is fairly recent. So I'm kind of like, well, what the? It's very weird. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's just.
It's high strangeness. I had similar experiences with the book A Clockwork Orange, the book Dune, I have, I still have. I don't know. I can't tell anymore, but I still have prescient dreams, and usually it's a recurring dream, but sometimes it's a one-off, and then I'll be like, years later, like, I had this dream. This is one of the few dreams I remembered a few years ago. Wow, it's now happening. Uh, it's weird that I don't know how you see the future with genetic memory, but you can.
Well, okay, it gets a little sticky. So I don't know if it's exactly that you can see the future, more that because
Or you're
there's so many.
predicting
So,
it.
well, no, sort of, because when you have that much genetic, because people don't realize when you talk about genetic information what you're really talking about. So
Yeah.
you've got dad, mom's information. You got grandfathers and grandmothers information on both sides of the family. Then you've got their mom and dad, which is your great 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 grandparents, on both sides of the family, and it keeps doubling as it goes back.
Yeah, it's like that commercial for that old. I think it was a hair shampoo. It's like you tell two people, and they'll tell two people, and they'll tell two people, and they'll tell.
Yeah. So
As the one DNA strand you have in your body, it seems like that. It just you go backwards in time, it just.
yeah. So now your subconscious has all this information from all these different people in your life. No telling what they did from different livings. Some might have been murderers, some might have been politicians, some might have been doctors, some might have been lawyers. There's just no telling. But regardless, you get all this information, and I think sometimes your brain, because of circumstances ongoing around you and in the world at the time, it's able to extrapolate from that genetic DNA and kind of give you a guiding light into the future.
Eugenia has the same kind of prescient dreams. It is kind of unnerving. It doesn't get me to the point where I get sick, but one occurring dream I had. It was weird. I kept dreaming that I was a boy, a blonde-haired boy, in a park on a nice blue summer day playing baseball with my dad. Except my dad wasn't an athletic dude, so it was kind of weird that I kept having this recurring dream. I was like, I wonder why this is. And each time I'd stay in the dream a little longer, and I'd see more and more detail. And then eventually got to the point where there's a plane that's flying over the park, and one of its wings is on fire. And then it crashes into, the Chicago O'Hare Airport, whatever their harbor is, and I think everybody died. I had this dream. I was 6, 7, 8 years old. I don't remember how old I was, but this is happening in the 70s or early 80s, somewhere way back when. And then eventually the dream stopped, and I happened to get a glance of, I think it was USA World, that was the first colored newspaper. And on the front of this cover was a picture from like a tripod behind this little blonde-haired boy catching a ball, and his father. And in the sky, directly is in my dream over the trees, is a plane like veering off on its side with a wing on fire. And the news story of that day was that plane crashed into the Chicago harbor and exploded and died. Everybody died. And I'd been seeing that picture in that dream 6 or 7 years prior. Recurrent.
Yeah, waking dreams are a bitch.
No, those were regular night, like going to bedtime dreams.
Yeah, those are waking.
But I remember that one particularly. I remembered very vividly all the time. I guess because
yes, and that's what waking dreams are. Any dream that wakes your consciousness while in your subconscious is a waking dream. That's what they are. They bring your subconscious into.
Or then you can call me Usul Palmu Adib Atreides.
You can call whatever you want, but I mean, it can be an effed up dream. I mean, it can be an effed up gift. Because it in some ways it just can be an effed up gift, because seeing things sometimes isn't all what it's cracked up to be. So I remember I was 13, 14, and I woke up one morning freaking out because I just watched my dad die of cancer in the hospital. And it just freaked me out. And my dad was healthy. There wasn't nothing wrong with him at the time. And then a year goes by and finds out he's got cancer. He died after 16 months in the hospital. And the whole thing just played in my head. It was very weird. And I just wrote it off. I mean, had just made 16. I was thinking, well, I had other interests, especially girls and stuff like that. So I wasn't, and I was trying not to, I was just trying to get over it is what I was doing. And then a couple months later, I dreamt about getting a phone call. I was living with this woman, and I got a phone call, and somebody had called me and told me that my grandfather had a heart attack, and the machine he was on ran him over. I woke up, I was freaked out. I was like, wow, what the fuck? So that was like 7 months later, sure enough, they called me in the middle of the night, and that's exactly what happened to me. And this went on with all sorts of people for, I don't know. It took me about 20 years before I got it to where I could just blot it out. And what it did, though, is it started making me dull, numb to death. And you're not supposed to get numb to death. It just, you can only watch so many people die before it doesn't have the same effect as it does each time. It should, but it doesn't. I think that's a protective mechanism in your body. But finally, mostly finally, I got it under control where I can not have to deal with it. But my problem is, if I just let my brain go with nothing to slow it down, sleeping, even when I'm sleeping, even when I'm in REM, I'm still awake. I've talked to, I went to a couple of sleep apnea specialists about this, went to some programs about it, went to some of the overnight camps, a couple of night camps. And he was like, I don't understand how you're getting any rest. He said, because your rhythm of your brain is just nonstop moving. He said, but yet the undertone is a REM sleep. He said he said your consciousness is active in your REM sleep. He said, which we didn't even think was possible. He said, usually your subconscious. He said your conscious sleeps and rest. That's why your subconscious takes over. He said somehow or another you're managing to mingle the two together.
So what is it? The alpha wave, is that the conscious mind came awake? Is that what they said?
Yeah, he said that the two were not even supposed to, there was no way for them to actually be at the same time. He said, but yet they were. And he said the waves were basically canceling each other's wave out. About an hour. They were basically canceling each other out. He said that's why he said when you get up, you don't feel rested, even though your body is rested because you are actually sleeping. He said your brain itself isn't resting. He said it's staying active. And the bad part is when I get in research mode for iCar, my brain gets a specific way. So all of a sudden I start dreaming a lot. And what happens is I'm talking to so many people who've had, things happen to them. All that data starts to accumulate in my head and things start popping out. That's how I redid the Hill cases and stuff like that, because the amount of information I had absorbed changed things. It was like, okay, well, guess what? That isn't what actually happened.
And Genio has a good question. What do we do with these dream experiences? That's a tough one, man. Most of mine have been, except for the one with the little boy seeing the plane on fire in Chicago, most of mine have been personal. Like one of them was, I know I was playing a sport. Well, I think it was baseball or football. I think it turned out to be baseball, but I kept in the dream with the only thing that I kept remembering in the dream was that I kept recurringly fell on the side of my house, in the side yard of my house, hitting my head on the ground in the grass, and I'd open up and there was this one particularly, I just call it a unique piece of blade of grass that was right in the middle of my vision in my eye, and I had that dream recurring for, I don't know, a couple of years. And then my brother it was weird. I think we were playing with my sister for a change, which is weird. She didn't usually play sports with us when we went sporting. But we're playing, and I was like, this really, really seems familiar. Really seems familiar, and it's really hard, Eugenio, to realize if I was in the dream or not. And then I landed on the grass, and there was that blade of grass. I'm like, yep, this is the dream, but it was real life. It's hard to know which ones are going to come. It's Dune in Paul in Dune, he says to the whatever lady, Reverend Mother, that he knows which of his dreams will come true. I think that's the hard part. I can't tell which ones are actually going to come true, even though I have several different recurring ones. When they do, it's already too late. You can't record it. You're muted, Joe.
Sorry, guys. I forgot I had used that one. Usually I use the one down there. But anyway, reoccurring doesn't necessarily mean something's true. Reoccurring most of the time means that your brain is trying to work something out.
Well,
something
but
subconsciously
also
that
those
is
are the ones
bothering
that
you.
do come true in the future.
Sometimes they do.
Usually dreams that have their one-off aren't. They don't usually. They're not an omen or.
What you have to learn is what is a
future dream.
waking. You have to learn what is a waking dream.
Oh, I think I know
Waking-
now.
Waking dreams are the ones that are going to come true. Waking dreams are tending the ones that are going to be prophetic. They're the ones that are going to actually make the difference. But messing with dreams can be a dangerous thing.
Yeah, there's, tons of books out there on the different symbolism in it, and I think it's not the new season, the original season of Fraser Crane, where they delve into it with a bit of a comic flair about dream interpretations, and then everyone uses the same book to interpret everyone else's dream, and they turn out they realize that every one of them is
What was that, Christopher? Well, it is horrible knowing when somebody's going to die. Who wants to fucking know that? And what does it do for you? It doesn't help you. Once you know that it's real, it helps you to prepare for it. But still, sometimes it's better not to know things.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to look at somebody every day for 2 years knowing they're going to die in 2 years and there's not a fucking thing you can do about it? I think that's an extra special kind of torture.
Or even worse, if you're able to envision your own death, and you know that the dream of that reality were coming true.
You speak for yourself, baby. You just speak. I'm living forever.
That's what I want. I'm somewhere in the Bible and the Torah and the Talmud and what books the Buddhists have. Almost every religious theory, if you will, on the planet from here back have had some sort of promise of or gift of all knowledge or immortality, something of that nature. And I would like to have the immortality part.
Well, I'm
the
thinking,
all knowledge you can accumulate. If you're immortal, you can accumulate the all knowledge over time because you're immortal.
Well, I've been thinking about going to the gym for a couple of weeks and then getting some other work done and then going down to the court and catching up with the stats buddy. And, you're immortal after that. One bite on the neck and that's it. You're immortal.
I thought about going down to the gym too, but then Mrs. Beam said he wasn't allowed to come out and play, so I went and drank on my own.
Let's go party down like it's the Vampire 1999. What do you mean? What do you really want to live?
Yeah,
forever?
Eugenio. Yeah, I really would not mind living. I mean, look, whether anyone out there wants to believe it or not, according to several high-level, let's just say whistleblower types, there's some really neat shit about to come out from the special access programs that the United States have put together from things they have found from, let's just say, from their friends from afar. And we're on the cusp of that stuff coming out. And I kind of want to see that, and I want to see where it goes.
Hey, man, stop that comment. I'm going to smack you. Go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
I decided to live a few years ago, a long time. But anyway, yeah, I mean, just think about how cool it would be to actually, witness, your culture going into the Star Trek era. I mean, we're on the cusp of that possibility right now. Oh, okay. Well, sometimes it's goes over our heads.
Well, you don't remember the Queen song? From Highlander?
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Who wants to live forever?
Maybe have to go find it now. Who wants to live forever?
Yeah, that's a good song.
Raymond, I'm pretty sure it's Queen. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure Queen did all the music for Highlander. Oh, you traitor. Okay, I'll give you a break since you love Highlander, but you're watching Discovery. I should bounce you out the room for that.
I think there's a reboot Highlander movie coming out.
Yeah. What's his name is playing Highlander? We talked about it.
Oh
he
yeah,
got hurt. He got who the hell was it?
Henry
Oh,
Cavill.
yeah, the old Superman is playing Highlander.
Yeah, Henry Cavill is going to be Connor McLeod, which is thank God, because Christopher Lambert, God bless him, did a good job with the Scottish accent, but he's French.
Yeah, he's ugly.
Henry Cavill,
ugly.
actually, at least he's English and can do probably a proper Scottish accent, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and then they had Connor, and then they had Duncan McLeod at the con.
Yeah. Well,
Duncan
that's like the cousin in the TV show, though. So it's going to be one of those Road Warrior 3 things where they completely like bypass Thunderdome and erase it from history.
It's oh man, I don't know. There's so many weird things out there. Y'all keep, everybody's been talking about Dune lately, but I haven't heard anything about Dune 3. And I know two of the damn writers that I ain't heard anything about Dune 3. Yeah, I should have asked.
No, there are 6 books, so I mean it's not hard to like work out a script. You've got 6 rough drafts right in front of you to start, working on one. If you're a non-creative writer.
So it's a little weird what they're doing anyway. So Paul really didn't have much in the way of powers, or I should say Muad'Dib don't really have much in the way of powers in these 2 Dunes. Now, the first one I can understand because first Dune is like the first half of the original Dune. That's all it really is. And he hadn't really came to anything yet. He had just found the Fremen, him and his mom had just been found. So he hadn't taken the water of life yet. So he didn't really
He hadn't taken the water of life, and he hadn't been affected by the natural spice yet.
Yeah, not yet. And he was starting to, though, because remember he remembered his.
He had a few flashes here and there. Now those are in the book. The little flashy memory thingies when he first encounters unrefined spice as it is.
But he had been seeing things even when they lived on the other planet. He had started, mainly because of his mom, but still, he had started seeing things. But it's
he was having prescient visions of what his experiences will be coming up on the planet that he's going to.
But
he actually knew he was going to the planet Arrakis before his father was told. At least they don't say this in the book; it's implied, really. But the timeline has to be this timeline because in the book, Paul has been having these dreams of Chani and the Fremen and people with blue eyes for years before his father was told by the Emperor to go to that planet. So he already knew. It was he did. He knew a lot about what was going on. He didn't know everything. He knew he was going to the planet before his father did. So it was inevitable, all the events that he saw in his prescient visions.
But see, in the original Dune, he kills the bad guy, marries the empress, gets mad, splits the guy in half with his voice. None of that happened none of that
happens in the book. The only thing in the book, or I'm sorry, in the movie, the David Lynch movie, that are not in the book is the weirding module, and maybe a few other plot points are removed that should have been there as well. They don't really explain why some people are suspicious of Paul's mother. In the book, if you read the book, that she's the niece of Baron Harkonnen. But Paul and his father are unaware of this. Yeah, but the Bene Gesserit kept it from her who her family actually was.
Yeah, well, in the movie, it's her grandfather.
Well, maybe they changed it for the movie, but in the book, that's her uncle. Baron Vladimir Harkonnen is Jessica's uncle.
Yeah, through that little breeding program they were running.
The
don't
Bene
know.
Gesserit was some pretty messed up ladies, man. I swear, and they had some pretty serious powers too. They could make you jump off a cliff with that voice,
Yes.
or they could make you
Punch
stab your
yourself.
best friend with a knife. I mean, it's
Well,
they
Paul
weren't
showed-
playing.
Paul showed you could resist it. Fuck you, asshole.
Yeah.
He went,
Yeah, once.
"Oh,
Yeah,
bitch."
yeah, he did
I-
once.
And then in the end, he controlled her. So
Yeah. No, in the end, his sister controlled her.
no,
Remember,
I'm talking.
his sister tells he tells her to shut up. Yeah, but
Yeah.
but also right.
Oh yeah,
before that,
earlier his sister did, and just
the
like she
sister's
did.
like, no, you tell them who I really am. Screw
That's
your
right.
voice. You do what I say.
Now his sister is interesting in the Children of Dune.
Yeah.
I wasn't the biggest fan of the Children of Dune, but she played. Because she played a crazy person, but still.
Well, she was nuts. I mean, she was born. First of all, she was premature born by like 2 months in the book, and also with the full knowledge of all the Bene Gesserit
Yes,
Reverend Mothers to the Fremen before her.
she was badass. And Mish, yes, I do. I haven't watched Farscape lately, but I'm a fan of Farscape. Some of their puppets.
Farscape's pretty good.
You learn to love Rigel after a while, even though he's kind of cheesy. Yes, it's in his 7 stomachs or how many stomachs he's got.
Even though every time you look at it, it's like, God damn, this show's good, but it's it's a poor attempt at Chewbacca and an even worse attempt at Yoda with the puppet. But
Well,
the stories were really good. I mean, if you can get past some of the special effects, were kind of cheesy. The on-set special effects were kind of Doctor Who. I mean, let's be real here. It was kind of BBC Studios, but the stories were really good. The costuming was really good. The acting was really good. And then Ben Browder, and his and what's her name, Claudia Black, when that show got canceled, whatever, or they finished the series out, like without very little interruption, they went and dove right into Stargate SG-1 as team members.
Yeah, they should have kept him around for another couple of seasons. It's a shame they only got what's his face? He got 2 and she got 1. And
yeah.
Well, he did a good job of filling in for Jack in there. Oh, so they're redoing they got another Stargate coming out from the movie. It's part 2 of their first movie.
Oh, yeah.
Kurt Russell's going to play the lead as Jack O'Neill.
Really?
And I think David Spader's in it too as some kind of commander. And so the 2 originals are coming back. Then when they made the TV series, they used TV actors. When they made the movie, they used movie stars. There's a difference, people.
Well, also, the two directors and producers who did the original Stargate movie, they split. They were maybe they've come back. I don't know, but they split, and so I'm not sure who's in control of it now. But if it's both of them back again, I hope so, because then at least I know those two. Is Dean Devlin is one of them. I forget the other guy's name, but I've enjoyed their work since they first came out in the '80s. They did what else did they do? Independence Day.
No, I think, and now I'm not positive, but I think. Hey, Paranormal, how you doing, sweetie? I think that they're bringing all new staff. They're just bringing back those actors, and and I think whoever holds the movie,
hopefully they can be a seamless transition, because typically what happens when you either change production staff or talent staff, you lose a lot of the essence and the heart of it. And you lost some of that from the movie to the TV transition, but the TV stayed for 10 seasons. It wasn't just a one-off thing, so people came to love those characters. So if they can marry the sphere of the first movie and those first 10 seasons into that second movie, then they'll have a winner. It's going to be tough.
Yeah. What are you talking about? Where's Tilk? No, Tilk wasn't in the original Stargate. No. He came in the series. Yes. He came in a TV series. No, there was no Tilk in the original. No. Daniel stayed behind at the thing and got married to. Well, no, that ain't even true. I'm getting that confused with the TV
Yeah, no,
series.
that's right. Daniel, but at the end of the first movie, Daniel stayed behind and got married to Showery.
Yes. Who later on in the TV series became Apophis' old lady.
Gold.
Yes, he became. I am Apophis' bitch. No fucker with me, asshole.
Yep.
I'll kick your ass. Anyway, what about Clarissa? What about Trump? Trump did good when he was in Europe. Even the media treated Trump good. Even the fucking liberal media treated him good in Europe. I was stunned. The only people that gave him any
Hey,
trouble.
we are at another break time. Yes or no?
Yeah, I got something queued. Yeah, it's sitting in the bottom. It's something stupid. It's it's no. We'll talk about it when we come back. But I mean, the European media was nice to him. The EU chick likes him all of a sudden. She hated him in the beginning, and all of a sudden, ever since he bombed Iran, she got the hots for him. Oh no, watch her. She's watching him like, hey, big, come sit on mama's lap. I'm just watching. You don't take my fucking word for it. You know, Trump has this weird effect on people. So we're watching. What was it? Was it Carter's funeral where Joe Biden looked like she was going to lick him from toe to head? Oh man, it was great. I mean, she was like, look at
Yeah,
her.
like it was like she was
It was
she was
crazy.
acting like a dog in heat. It was.
She was. It was insane. And we noticed it. I mean, we might have been the first one to say anything, but I noticed the media within a couple of days picked up on it themselves. I mean, it was bad. I mean, she was.
Well,
all
I mean,
like, oh yeah, baby, come here. I was like, bitch, you got to be
do
crazy.
you blame her? I mean, no, she's with Joe Biden. I bet you that poor woman's very sexually frustrated.
Yes, well, they have these things called vibrators, man.
If you look in the Sears and Roebuck catalog, sir, they're not called that. They're called personal massagers.
Actually, oh no, I can't do that. Sorry, I can't give I was gonna give a recommendation from some people I know, but I'm not supposed to. But the company's called Love.
Unless they're an official sponsor of the station,
Yes,
don't let
because
them,
my manager will get upset, especially if I'm plugging that kind of stuff.
yeah, you don't want to get yourself fired.
Oh, Jackie, to answer your question, so we don't really do religious shows like it now. So the station's weird. I don't care shit what religion you are, but the problem for us is let's say I let a Catholic group come on the network, and then some Muslim group wants to come on, and I say no. Well, I can get sued because they can say it was over their religion.
Yeah.
Or let's say some other kind of cultish kind of group wants to come on a borderline religion, and if I've got them, as long as they're willing to pay the dues and the fees, I have to let them on. No, screw that.
And
So
to be
we just
honest,
don't do
we've
religion.
done a few deep dives. Joe and I, how long ago did we did a show deep dive on the existence of or non-existence of Jesus Christ, and then also the more implications of his campaign, I guess, if you want to call it that. And that was a whole show. We did. Just Joe and I.
Thanks to us, the History Channel just recently plugged us because they used part of one of the clips about we put 10 years on Jesus is what we did. We made him 10 years older than what he was. They said he died at 33. We said he probably died around 40 or 43.
Yeah.
And
maybe as old as 45, 46.
And the reason it got picked up on is because we were kind of walking people around the Middle East, We brought them over to Rome and showed, there was a couple, I think it was 3 or 4 governors had contacted the emperor and said, this guy, Jesus, is visiting. He's going town to town. What he wants to do about him. And so it shows kind of a time frame there. And he said nothing. Never said, don't do anything about it. And then while he was in Rome, he was contacted by one of the, not Persia, what was it called? What Mesopotamia? Anyway, it was one of the big empires over there. The leader called him. Maybe it was a Persian. Anyway, the leader called him up and asked him to come help cure him. He went there. We know he came back because he was still alive. So obviously he must have cured that emperor. But we don't have any kind of time frame for how long he's there. So the problem came in is, okay, he was gone for 20 years at least. And that would mean in order to die at 33, he would have had to left his house at 13. Well, he was home for a while before he ended up getting killed, but he was supposed to be gone for 20 years. So something, he might have been gone for 8 years. So if you use a 20-year date, he's definitely 10 years older than what we were told.
If he left Jerusalem at the age of 12 or 13 and wandered the desert for 30 years, that would bring him back to the region at the age of 43.
Yeah, but he was only supposed to be, he was supposed to be gone for 20 years. But no guy, I don't care who you are, is going to go wandering around the Middle East by themselves at 13.
No, he went with someone. He went as an apprentice to someone, or he went with his stepfather Joseph on a,
Because
we don't know what Joseph's job was. We don't know that Joseph of Arimathea, the father of Jesus. We don't know that he didn't have, most people back then, we've said before, were they migrated quite frequently. So we don't know that he was a migrant worker who would go to different towns, do some carpentry work, go to the next town, do some carpentry work.
Well, yeah, he was a carpenter, so he might have been. Carpenters move around.
You go where the work is, where the
work
is. Once the city was built, it wasn't
problem,
like things today where we have stuff being built.
But
every
that's
day.
not what it actually says. It actually says he left and went out into the world. So the problem with that is again, he's not going to be a 13. And even if he had left with Joseph, the governors wouldn't have cared about who he was at that age. He would have been nobody.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have been writing to Rome because Jesus was there. So Jesus
he wasn't causing the scuffle yet. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't until his ministry where he started making waves. Yeah.
He had to be in his mid-20s when the Romans started talking about him. And then you probably got 15 years before he comes back or more. But the other story just doesn't add up because the time frames are just not right. Well, because it's a young man is better. Die young, live fast, die young, and leave a beautiful corpse.
The other shocking thing is it goes against the genetic norms. The average age that we know from the fossil and the geological record, the bones and archaeological digs we found, the average age people lived to back then was 35. So if you lived to 45 years old, you were old. I mean, you were like, I think, oh, he's only got a year left. That's how bad it was.
I want to think it's about 10 years older than that in the Middle East at the time. It's what's funny about that is different parts of the world had drastically different how long people lived. It's not so much these days, but back then it was drastic. But anyway, we got to go to break. We're going to play this weird little goofy song, and we'll be back and pick up this conversation or some other conversation, or I don't know. Maybe we'll bring in some Chipping Girls, and so I can just say, somebody said, "What did he say? Chipping Girls? What the hell is a Chipping Girl?"
Chipping Girls are really pretty, scantily clad ladies that dress or that dance on top of really fancy dressers.
Yeah, they're with their chihuahua on a leash. Yeah, that's a ticket.
Yeah, or they have a fuzzy kitty that they'll show you.
I don't know, nothing about no fuzzy kitties. Anyway, it will be. I did not say that, people. That's Jay said it. Don't give me no shit about
What's
that.
wrong with kitty cats? I've got 6.
Oh man! Oh my God! That's more information than we needed to know. As an audience, we did not need to know that. I know. God, he's bad. Anyway, let me put this effing song on, and we'll be back in 6 or 7 minutes. And I don't think there'll be any more breaks after this one. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, my brain's fried. Too much radio and TV in the last 24 hours.
We've done 4 shows in the last 4 days.
Yes, it's a little bit on the insanity side. Yes. But anyway, let's put the song on, and we'll return in a few minutes. Hope you enjoy the goofy song. And like I said, we'll see you in about 8 minutes.
Is it Jeff Foxworthy originals?
Don Chico, man. It's Don Chico. Don Chico, yeah, man.
Well, you think cowboy hats? Whoop.
Hey, what happened here, man? Don Chico, wait a minute.
Tuesday, what'd
Oh,
you
Don
do?
Chico, man.
Don Chico, come back.
Don Chico, we miss you, Don Chico. Wait, what else? Oh, this is what I was playing. Okay.
It's Fat Finger Tuesday.
And anyway, welcome back. Whoops. Welcome back, everybody, to Tequila Land. Oh, Matt J's dying. Call it ambulance. Quick.
Anyone ever wondered what the answer was to the song "Who Wears Short Shorts"?
Oh, that's
They
so
did.
nice.
On that
Purple
song, they
People
did.
Eater did, man. What are you talking about?
Yep. It was a one-eyed, one-horn.
Well, Jackie,
Black
it's
Purple
you know,
People Eater.
I told you it's Halloween. All my shows, all the station shows, all of our shows, Jay's Night show, all of them going to be getting weird shit played because it will be in a few days. Halloween, 3 days. I mean, not Halloween, October in 3 days. From now all the way up and through Mardi Gras, I play just weird stuff. Well, because we get Mardi Gras, we get to play Zydeco music, you know.
Ooh.
Yes. Christmas, we get to play Christmas music. Halloween, October, we get to play all kind of spooky, weird music. Sounds of Saturn. Anyway, stuff like that. So, you know, we'll have sound effects. Yes. Matter of fact, you're lucky I don't have them queued up right now. We'll have sound effects and people will be talking and you'll hear or a phaser going off or something.
I tried my phaser yesterday on Church of Mavis, and the batteries have died. However, there you go.
Communicator could be more important in a if I got lost thing.
Well, you know, if you do get lost, it's much better to have a phone than a gun. Usually.
What are you talking about? No, Jay. Okay. The flip phone that we all used to love when we first got cell phones, that was inspired by the communicator.
I had one of the Motorola flip phones, and I had this. I have a couple of different copies of the different versions of this. Various different people throughout the years have made their version of it. This one is fairly close to what they had on the TV show. I put it up next to the Motorola phone, except for a few millimeters this way and that. They're identical in size and weight. It's like the guy in My Cousin Vinny, identical.
They No, they admitted to it. No, it wasn't like a big secret. They admitted
The
it. It was-
first flip phone by Motorola was admittedly made inspired by this. It's almost identical to it.
yeah,
If you
it's-
have one if you can get your hands on one, go to Star Trek Convention. You can get it for a non-working one for as low as $40 or $50. You can get this working ones like this for $100, $200, on up. But get a Motorola flip phone, get one of these, put it next to each other, and you'll be like, oh my god, they're exactly the same size. Well, I mean, here, this is the candy bar, chocolate bar style flip phone. All right, it's just a little bit thicker, but lengthwise, it's almost identical as far as the length goes. The only difference is how thick the communicator is versus the cell phone. Of course, this has to go all the way. This has to go all the way out in space, so it's a little thicker. It's got more stuff.
But
in
now
it.
they don't even do that. They just go. They're only this big now.
Yeah, that's some fancy bullshit in the future ones, though. I don't believe those work.
Yeah, they work just fine. Beam me up, bitch. Mm-hmm. Everybody at one time had a flip phone. I mean, most everybody did. I got friends that still use flip phones. Yes, they like them.
I had the Motorola. I had the first flip phone that had a color screen. I had the first flip phone that had a color touch screen. And on and on and on and on. I got a couple of them that saved it. That's sort of a history of cell phones in my greedy little paws.
I don't know. I kill phones so much it's not even funny. Now I got 3 of them laying around. I
got 5 or 6 of them. Yeah.
I mean, these are all 3 actually being used for something. It's don't know how. No, I don't have an Apple anymore. My Apple bit the big one. It got stolen. And not only that, I remember the CIA or FBI who was, we can't break into an Apple phone. So somebody stole my Apple 12 and hacked it. Some ordinary Louisiana person got my 12 and hacked it and is using it. Yes, even tried to make a charge on my Apple card. That already changed it. Yeah. And Apple sucks because your phone basically is your card. So if you don't have your phone to transfer the card over, they have to start you a whole new account.
Did you hear the weird
out.
story of Jeffrey Pritchett and his cell phone dilemma?
No, Jeffrey's weird. He gets weird problems with cell phones.
Well, this happened on the air, man. I'm not kidding you. This is weird. So he had been complaining all that week about his cell phone bill, and that he was paying for his and his girlfriend's. I don't know if he was dating Christina then at that time or someone else, but as all of us, we were hurting for money. He was a little miffed about how the bills were being paid for that particular cell phone company. He's like, I think I'm just going to cancel it because I can't afford to pay for it. And then while we're on the phone, we were on Pal Talk doing the show. He looked at his thing and was like, wow, there's $2,000 credit in my cell phone bill right now. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, there's $2,000 worth of credit on my cell phone right now. And I'm like, that's weird. You were about to go cancel that. He's like, yeah, I'm still going to. Well, the next day, we still don't know to this day where the money came from, but he went to the cell phone office or whatever the next day, canceled both cell phones, got the $2,000 credits, which he had to wait 2 weeks for because they sent it to him as a check. But they sent him a check for $2,000, which was the credit, which was on his bill. And he and his girlfriend went out on that $2,000, paid off some of their other bills, and went on a shopping spree for clothes. And to this day, he still has no idea where that $2,000 came from.
Somebody made a donation. People do that sometimes. People pay bills, and
we think it was, the government wanted to keep they wanted him to keep that cell phone so they could keep tabs on him. That's how they were bugging him.
Any phone he would get, they would tap. I mean, it's not a big deal because you don't even have to have it. In the old days, you'd had to physically get hold of the phone. You don't even have to do that anymore. They can tap you right out of the system, right off the tower, or right out of the place. Yeah, people, the way it works today, they can go into any cell phone company they're building, go in and put this thing inside and listen to everything, text, talk, everything. Everything you serve.
The company never knows that they're in there looking at that info or data either.
Yeah, and they're supposed to get warranted off of that stuff, but they don't. They don't
have them.
Well, look at Snowden. All that information he got from the what was it? The NSA was that who he's with? The NSA? Yeah, I think it was the NSA. He managed to walk out of the top secret NSA with thumb drives full of top secret information. And not only that, he managed to get it out of the country and go to Russia.
Yeah, you notice though that Russia has not divulged what he brought to them.
Well, no, he has. So he
said what he gave them, but the Russians haven't said anything about it.
No, he said everything that he brought there, he made public. He said he had already, from what he said, is he had released it as he was leaving the United States. Basically, as he was getting on a plane to go to Russia, he released it. Now, did he release everything? There's no way of really knowing. He said he did, but it doesn't mean he did. It just
especially I would think encrypted data like that would have sent up a red flag through the internet networking, and the NSA probably could have stopped whatever uploads he tried to accomplish. So some of it may have gotten out, and the rest of it was maybe perhaps intercepted, whatever. But I think he's the one that is the first one that said something about the Space Force and the space fleet we have, and the officers from afar. I forget how they said it on that piece of paper, but the non-terrestrial advisors, I believe, is how they were listed. There were no pictures, and he said there's pictures of the fleet. I haven't seen them to this day. When was this? In the 80s? Where are the pictures?
I haven't seen any pictures or anything that would look like a fleet.
Let's see the space fleet. You know,
I know.
Trump says he's the one to put the space fleet together. I think the space fleet's been around since like 1950s.
You know, but with what technology? I mean, we're still using fission.
I mean, with what technology? We have the friends from afar giving us stuff and helping us with things.
I don't believe that.
I think there's a good possibility that there's a few things that actually were able to keep. They were actually able to keep so completely top secret. None of us know about it. It is possible. But the thing is that if what they're saying, if what some of the whistleblowers, particularly like the John Lear types and the guy from the Skunk Works CEO types, if what they're saying is legitimately true, then there's some really seriously cool shit out there that the U.S. government is in complete control of. Certain black ops operations have it, and if they would let it loose, economic systems wouldn't necessarily crumble, but economies would be considerably different. Food would be a thing of the past. Hunger would be a thing of the past, and people needing clothes would be a thing of the past. And I think it's a criminal act on the entire human race not to let that kind of, unsubjugating technology out.
Well, if they actually had it, but my argument's always been the same
allegedly.
thing.
But these two gentlemen are two among many that have said the same thing over the last 70 years. That there's some
And I'm
stuff
sure
that the
they
U.S.
did.
government has that would change the face of Earth right now.
Maybe
Economically wise, money wise, food wise,
maybe
infrastructure
first
wise,
off,
everything wise.
if they knew what it was and they knew how to use it, maybe. But why would you risk giving a race like ours any type of advanced technology that we could use against you? And you don't even have to think, oh, well, Americans would do it. You have to think other countries on this planet may get hold of that same technology and decide to shoot down one of your spaceships. There you go. See how it, yes. Master Windu.
Unless you have one of these bad puppies, you can deflect laser bolts and phasers and all kinds of stuff with this.
That's right, people. We're ready. You mean this thing will cut your head off? Yeah, it's a real one. Shh.
Yeah.
You can't touch anything. We'll cut something with it. Let's see. Look at that smoke coming up over there. Whoa, see, it's burning up my house, man. Look at it. You see all the smoke come up? Y'all are crazy, man.
And if that one doesn't do it, this one will. We are well-armed space pirates.
That's right. We're ready. No, my problem's always been the same thing now. Okay. we're America. We have advanced technology. Why we haven't used any of it? I mean, we
Well,
got our
okay,
asses kicked in Vietnam. So if I would have thought we'd have had something that could have resolved that for us, we would have used it. Especially in a place you couldn't even really known that we were using it, but we didn't.
we got our asses kicked in Vietnam because the native Vietnamese, whom we were trying to protect and kill at the same time, have had and still have and continue to have an underground system of tunnels. Call it a subway, call it a metro, call it a public works system that has been there in place for thousands of years. Russia, France, Italy, name a country on that side of the planet, China, Japan, Korea, all of them have tried to invade that little section of Southeast Asia to no avail. Why? Because the locals have an underground railroad, not underground railroad, but an underground tunnel system, which rivals cities like New York and Chicago, and they're able to move around and move equipment faster than we could, and they were able to kick our ass.
Think about what you just said. First off, it was only half of Vietnam. The other half of Vietnam was controlled by the Allies. There wasn't no fucking tunnels over there.
Correct.
So if they'd have been there for, like you said, long, they should have been on both sides, but it was only on one side because it was a united country until it split. Now, I mean, it's united again now, but it had split at that point.
Well, yeah,
So,
I do believe that they did have some
the
tunnels.
the tunnels helped them out immensely. But what helped them out really is we didn't use any real technology over there. I mean,
Yeah,
flying
well,
F-4
and they
around
also used guerrilla tactics that like old school guerrilla tactics, and they tended to use non-uniforms. So usually most Vietnamese, if they wore a black hat or black jackets, you thought they were usually that would be the uniform of the NVC, but they actually had a legitimate NVC. It was almost a green, like an army green, like we had. I think the shirt collar was more of a Mandarin collar than like a shirt collar like we had on our military uniforms, but they had uniforms. But a lot of the times they recruited people that they didn't give uniforms to. So the lines between enemy, friend, and civilian really did blur.
It
was a messed up war.
What the bleep?
You clicked on one of them fancy boxes again, sir. There we go. What the hoopily doopily diddy? Flicking flacking. Somebody's doing something around here. I'm getting dizzy, man. Hey grandma, turn off the ride.
A little weird. It was Russian roulette. Russian roulette window boxes. But the real thing is that kind of technology, we use it somewhere along the line, and we just think of it like this. America's never really jumped out with anything until we got to the F-117 that was really that far ahead of any other country.
That was the first big data drop from the U.S. government and or military in 60 years.
We just
60 years.
And it's not that I don't think we have advanced stuff tech here and there, but think about it.
Well,
America's
I
been
think the thing
cheaping out.
is that the reason why the F-117 came out is because something was coming around behind it better, the TR-3B, because they were, like I said, they were being flown almost simultaneously over the same corridors, even in fact. But the fact is that it was being, upgraded or being ousted, being, retired eventually. So they figured a way to use it. Boom, Iraq. I think we're overdue. Yeah, like I agree with you. I'll bet you they have something that's going to be replaced by something better right now. And that thing we're going to see as soon as, maybe something stupid like Putin does another. He's done 4 or 5 incursions over NATO airspace. The fourth one being today over 3 different countries, allegedly. And I think if it happens again, if NATO doesn't, Trump will shoot one of them down. And that's not good for the whole planet. And the fact is that's probably going to be the military's excuse to roll out that technology that's going to be retired soon, unclassify it, dump it in the public domain, and then they'll have their newest one to be, remain top secret and unknown for the next 15, 20 years. And it'll keep on. That's the cycle. About every 20 or so, 25, 30 years, they drop a new technology. When did we get cell phones? 90s, right?
80s.
Mid 90s, early to mid 90s. We got
You're
cell phones.
okay.
I mean,
Okay,
the
so-
good
so-
ones, the good ones. The
So
actual
no,
cell phone
the
systems,
good
you
ones
know,
were the ones that were in your car, your little Princess phone that was hooked up in your car with the antenna on your trunk, and
Yes.
your real phone in your car. That was the good ones. They were cool as fuck.
Well, if you
this
remember
crap-
the
this
50s
isn't a
TV
phone.
show, they had the cops, you know, dragged it. They had the cops had phones in their cars. That was the start of the cell
Yeah.
phone system
So-
that we're working with right now.
So we call these cell phones, but that's not really what these are. The phone is just one little use of this thing. It gets
It's a mini
used-
computer.
It gets used more for surfing the internet and TikToking and things like that than it does for phone calls. Even
Video
texting.
games.
Most people text more than they use the phone version, so it's a
Yep.
text box. But calling it a phone is not really. It's accurate, but it's inaccurate.
Research device. It's books, movies, it's music.
This phone has
everything.
more power than the majority of computers on the planet. It's got 8 cores in it, 8 gigs of RAM,
Yeah.
8-core processor. I forgot.
Well, I
what
don't know that
spec-
much about my phone. My phone is the latest. It's the smallest of the newest Pixels, Pixel 9. It's just the standard one. This phone has enough memory in it to have run all of the early space programs, Gemini, Apollo, Mercury, without any fail. You wouldn't have had a problem with Apollo 13. It wouldn't have, the computer would have said, "Oh, wait a minute, there's a loose screw, fix it." And then this probably also would have gone on to continue and do all of the 80s NASA missions, the shuttle missions, the STS missions. That's how much memory and firepower in the brain of this thing we have. Just think about that. Combined together, all the space missions from the space shuttles back to the early Mercury programs, our phones could have run it. That's amazing
Yeah,
technology. It's an exponential leap forward. What is next? What are we going to see next? What's coming up next? I think World War III is going to be the impetus for that technology being
All right,
on top
Doomsday.
secreted.
Don't make me call Sean on your ass. God damn, Doomsday.
Which one, Sean Hazard or Sean Kelly?
Sean has it probably get up there with you in Doomsday. Him. He said, "Let me go get my tank, man. We're gonna blow some shit up." It's
I would not mind getting a ride in a tank from Mr. Hazlitt. That would be fun as shit. I've never been inside of a tank. Whoa, hello. I think we lost Mr. Joseph there. It is definitely Fat Finger Tuesday here on the chat. I like to hear it. Very, very cool. But I do agree. Sean Hazlitt and I would probably agree for the most part on the doomsday scenarios that are facing us at the moment. Russia's a bunch of idiots. It's pissing me off. So yeah, that's funny. I'm sorry. Looking at some chats in the private chat from earlier in the show. Anybody out there in the chat room got some questions for us? That would be fantastic. That's what the show is all about. While we wait for Mr. Joe to return from his accidental departure. I can see most of them on the YouTube, Roku, and Rumble. Well, I can't see Roku because it's not working. That's fantastic. Mercury retrograde did not go away. Steve, you're in private chat. What do you got? You got a question. I know you do. Bloop. It's a Fat Finger Tuesday.
no.
Oh, hey, hi. Welcome back.
The damn screen froze up.
Steve, I got the audience thinking of questions. Let's see what's on. Oh, that's okay, Eugenio.
Yeah, the damn screen just kept spinning. I don't know what the hell went on. It's like I lost internet or something.
You
And I
don't
am
look
getting-
too dizzy.
It looks like it says connection is unstable if you are on Wi-Fi. Try plugging in your router. Yeah, what the fuck ever.
Yeah,
I'm
really.
I'm literally 3 feet from the router.
Tell the government to stop shooting EMPs at your house.
Even at 3, even if I'm 3 feet from the router. I mean, literally, I'm that close to it. And the router says
I'm probably like 10 feet above mine and like 5 feet away from it. So maybe 15 feet. But I think I have a relatively stable connection. I know the guy behind the computer isn't so stable, but my computer is. Yeah.
Okay, fat finger there. I actually hit the button and turned off the.
Told you it's Fat Finger Tuesday, man. What do you think I was singing the whole time you were gone? Had to keep the audience, pumped and ready to go for your return.
That was just. Well, I do live right here next to. I live in between NASA, the Navy CB base, and Stennis Air Force Base.
Navy. I hear Navy CBs can be pretty hot sometimes.
All right, look at them guys about me. Where's your old lady? Let me talk to them. We gotta have a talk.
I thought CB aren't CBs girls?
No, CBs are the guys who build the roads and the bridges and stuff.
I thought the CBs started off as girls. They were like the
the
duty girls.
CBs are for building bridges, and they're the guys running their big heavy equipment around and stuff.
Well,
building in roads, removing mines, things like that.
We know you sailors are kind of strange anyway, so they may have been thought of as girls by the rest of the Navy.
They were I don't think they think of them girls. Them guys were girls. Them big ugly burly guys. It's nasty ass.
Those are the guys you don't want on the ships.
It's yeah, that's right. We want them on shore at least. It ain't.
Yeah, the hair alone would clog up the sump.
It's Jeremy, you mean I haven't made up my mind about Charlie Kirk's wife yet. I haven't.
He seems very militant, dude. Very. I mean, did anybody in the audience listen to her first public speech after the assassination? I mean, not only did she sound not Christian, which I mean I know her and just from the recent news events that her and her husband were very, very Christian, very, very religious. She did not sound very religious. She sounded very militant and pointing fingers, almost not naming who they were coming after, but I think you know who. And she said that it sounded like she was on the warpath. She's rattling her saber. She's on the warpath for whatever kind of whatever she's looking for, whatever kind of justification she's looking for. She's coming after somebody hardcore.
Yes, you're bad people. You're all bad people. Bad, evil people. Who wants this? Yeah. I'm gonna give this away this week.
What the hell is that? It's all shiny, Joe. What is it?
Let's see if I can get it where you can actually see what
it is. Oh, it's an H. The thing.
It's a tiny thing.
Is that a thumb drive, sir?
It is a thumb drive of a sort.
Flip. Oh, looky, see that.
Let's see if we get it. Oh, wait, you just have to make that.
A miniature bottle opener.
It says Earth on it.
Yeah, Battlefield Earth.
It's the
miniature bottle opener.
Yeah, it's this thing right here.
Where do you get the miniature bottles, and what are they filled with?
Cocaine.
Oh, yum.
I look like I looked at that hole there.
That looks like the dude, the elephant nose dude from Heavy Metal when they snort the cocaine at the end of the cartoon there. John Candy, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. It's didn't they do it at the beginning and the end, I think. It was kind of weird.
Oh no, I got one bag of this stuff, man. All right.
People Heavy Metal was a weird cartoon. What
a funny movie. Oh my god.
John Candy. And then what was the other one? Heavy Metal 2000. Is that what the other one was?
Yeah, I didn't see. I have it, but it wasn't the same.
Oh, no, it wasn't the same. It was different, but it wasn't horrible.
The magazine was actually quite entertaining, I gotta admit. I mean, when the movie came out, I never saw it because it was in the theater very briefly before it was pulled because of copyright infringement for all the songs they put in there. But most of the bands were in there that nobody knew about, like Diva was in there and a whole bunch of few others. But it took until the 90s, early 90s, I think, before the whatever court cases they had were settled and they could put it out on DVD. That's when I first got it.
Scan. Oh, wait a minute. You want to scan the device? Well, sure, if you feel like it needs to be scanned. So I plugged that thumb drive in and it popped up on my screen, scan and fix recommended. And when I went to go hit scan and fix, my security came up and said, no, you need to run security on this. I don't see no threats, so we're gonna do what it says. But yes, you did your thing. Leave me alone now. It's software.
So it's a audiobook?
Yeah, it's an audio. It's a Battlefield Worth audiobook is what it is. It's
wait, hold on. Is the voices done by Jim Meskimen and Party? Holy cow, that's thicker than the Bible, sir.
That is Battlefield Earth. That's it right there. This is a special edition.
See,
I'm going to give this one away this year.
The flat earthers were right. There's Earth right there. It's a flat Earth.
Yes, I'm going to give this one away.
Battlefield Earth.
I'm going to give this one away. This is a special.
Yeah,
edition.
I've got an angle, Charlie.
Let's see, special
Thanks,
edition, expanded content, author notes, and author interview plus lyrics. The New York Times best-selling Battlefield Earth, a saga of year 3000.
And who does the reading?
It's not reading. It's complete audio book. All the bells, all the whistles. Everybody does the voices.
Is it Jim Meskimen and Party?
Jim Meskimen definitely does voices on there.
That's all we wanted to know. Jim
But the
Meskimen
one you want to hear.
Have you not?
The
Jim
one,
Meskimen he's a fan of the show and a friend of the show, so we can give him a good round of applause for his voice talent upon that hard drive you have.
You want to listen to first because you've probably already seen Battlefield Earth. Now the audio book is much better. The audio book is much better. It's 47 hours. Yeah, my friend. 47 hours or 44.
That's a whole like TV series. That's a whole season of one television show.
Mission Earth is the same way. Mission Earth is 10 books. I enjoyed Mission Earth. It was a lot of fun. The first book or the first audio thing is just character building, but after that it gets kind of fun until
there's a set of 10 books. Actually, there's several sets of 10 books that I'd like to see done as movies or TV shows. But the ones that I'd like to see first are very Tolkien-esque. And with the recent sudden flop of what was it, the Rings of Power show,
yeah,
I liked it, but a lot of people said it was too woke. But who cares?
Garbage. Man, get Jam smack you, man.
It's another look at. Well, anyway, who cares? I would like to see the series of books done by David and Lee Eddings called the Belgariad series, and the next one was the I forget it. The Belgariad. Anyway, he's got 10 sets of books. Each set of books is in a 5, and it's half of this boy's life in the first 5 books, and the second half of the book is the second half of his life. And it's very Tolkien-esque, and it would be a fantastic television show. It would be better as a TV show if you could do ongoing, because children age so fast. I think the kid starts at 8, and by the end of the book, he's married and has children. So the end of the 10th book. But fantastic writing. Great imagery, all kinds of sorcerer and magicery and buffoonery and drinking and fun. Everything you would think of in when the grandfather describes how the Princess Bride book is going to be to the stick boy playing video games. That's how these sets of books are. They're just like that. They're great fun.
Well, this one, let's see, is let me see. It is 65 voice actors. 150,000 sound effects, 47.5 hours, 65 actors, and 150,000 sound effects. It ought to be a beast.
Lord.
It ought to be a beast. I'm telling you, I don't think you can get Mission Earth yet. I'll ask John if he'll send you the link and you can get it. It's but you can listen to it online. But all I do is I plug them in. So both of them will play during the holidays. They'll play in the evening times during the holidays, but So we'll play Battlefield Earth, Mission Earth, and we'll play War of the Worlds. And there's something else we play. And those 4 shows we'll play during the holidays. But just for people to listen to when nobody's around. Because Mission Earth was a lot of fun. The guy, Sultan, is such a sleazy bastard. I mean, he's just a sleazeball. And there's a lot of good characters in there. And the stuff's done, in L. Ron Hubbard's time, but it's so valid for today. It's not even funny, except they're coming from different worlds. What's that, Glenn? No, next week, different time, people. So next week we'll be starting later. We'll be starting at 7. Yeah, 7.
7 my time, 6 your time.
No. It's 6 my time. That's right. Sorry, because I'm moving down to 5. Got confused there for a minute. I'm 3 to 5, and yeah, so it'll be 6. Yeah. So come on at 6 to 9. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. New time. New girl. We can't find. All the girls are scared to come on. They're scared. I don't know. Last time Leah came on, she cried like a little baby. So, yeah, well, I don't know. Don't ask me. No, we're always looking for hosts. The show, this show really is supposed to have 4 hosts. Yeah, that's what it's designed for. 4 to 5 actually is what it sounds. The News on the Flip Side is really designed for 3 hosts, but what it's actually designed for is 2 hosts and 4 guest hosts, meaning that the way the show is supposed to work is 10 minutes or 15 minutes before the top of the hour, there's a host that comes on that does for like 10 minutes, does a specialty segment. Now, the other 2 hosts from News on the Flip Side are there, but this host just does a specialty segment. And then when we go to break, they leave. The hosts come back on, do that second part of the show. At the 15 minutes before the end or 10 minutes before the end of that show, another host comes on, does a specialty segment. And each hour had a specialty segment. And the last hour of the 4-hour show was overseas politics. It's all it was. It had nothing to do with U.S. And even inside of that, there was a 10-minute segment at the end of it of overseas being battle ready and what was going on in the world war-wise, just to keep people apprised to it. It was a very good setup. It worked really well. It was a very popular show. And actually made, this one hasn't made any money yet. So, I mean, the new version News on the Flip Side. So we may be changing it around because we want to make some money off of them. No, the one Stephanie and I did made pretty good money. About $5,000 a month. Yeah, Jay said he could go for that.
Yeah.
Jay said, give me some money, man. We'll see where it goes. But one thing is, but again, we are looking for hosts for this show, for News on the Flip Side. News on the Flip Side, you do need to at least be current event and news orientated. This show, you just need to know a lot of topics. They can be paranormal, alien, God, food, travel. It doesn't really matter because you never know what we're going to talk about. Movies, TV,
food porn, the inevitable attack of the food porn.
So I was watching
effect, all kinds of stuff, man. Yeah, so we get it all.
I watched the 10, 15 worst movies, sci-fi movies of all time. All 15 wait, hold on. I can't remember. Hold on. All 15 of them had best-selling books. All 15
you said 10.
Well, there was 15, but we'll probably only do 10 because I don't know if I can remember, but like 3. But so anyway, number one was Battlefield Earth, which had a best-selling book we just talked about,
and John Travolta.
But the movie was a flop, but it became a cult following. Flash Gordon was another one. Was in there. The Forbidden Planet. I just said
Flash.
The Forbidden Planet was in there. There was a bunch. I can't. There was just a whole shitload of them.
Playing Knife from Outer Space has to be among them.
No, that one wasn't in there. I was surprised too. It wasn't in there.
Mind blown.
There was 3 of them I had never heard of before. I was like, well, I don't know what the hell it is.
War of the Worlds was in there, probably.
No, War of the Worlds wasn't in there either. What's that one? Solaris was in there. Event Horizon was in there.
That's a pretty bad one.
It's but the reason they brought this up is all these movies were flops, but they all became cult movies and got a cult follow. So all the books were good bestsellers, and all the movies themselves ended up with cult followings. I don't know why I can't remember the rest of them, and it's on my other computer. I'd pull them up. Glinda. Good evening, Glinda. Are you Glinda the Good Witch? And what kind of goodies do you have for us tonight? Chocolate? 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 Don't make me call Amelia on your ass. That's right. I want some chocolate. I think my quest is going to be to get one chocolate bar from every country on the planet. Yes.
That doesn't sound like a difficult chore to achieve.
I bet you it's harder than you think it is.
Well, it would probably be better, and I'm sure you can get it. Like a major brand, like you get like our version of Hershey's from Italy, flown here in like Amazon. But it would probably be better to go and get the mom and pop candy shops. Not the name brand. Because Ghirardelli is a big Italian chocolatier. You can get that stuff over here. But to go over there and get the mom and pop shop they don't internet, they don't email. Their shop is in a little tiny like closet size of a little building where you can on the street you can go like this and touch two different buildings at once, and that's how big the street is. That's where you get the good chocolate, dude.
So I just typed in North Korean chocolate bar. Let's see if I can even get one.
Oh, I'll bet you $5 it's radiated.
It's a create. What's funny too is like when Amelia sent me all that chocolate a couple years back, all of it was basically American brands, but it was so they had like a thing that was a Snickers bar, but they called it something different. They had a Kit Kat, but they called it something different. Yeah, all of them had different names, but they were all basically the same thing.
Yeah,
but the chocolate was a little better quality there.
European chocolate is usually pretty good. I mean,
that's Canadian chocolate, but still, it's pretty good. It's let's see, made in North Korea. Here we go. Let's get some chocolate from North Korea.
Ooh, yeah, you can get it. Where are you getting it from?
I'm
North
looking
Korea.
right now.
I mean, is it Amazon?
It's KORYO. I guess this is the brand made in North Korea. North Korea number one chocolate. Mystery chocolate from North Korea. Wait, what?
Well, yeah. See, I told you it's irradiated, man. It's got radiation in it. Don't buy it.
Mystery milk chocolate from North Korea. I'm just confused.
That's it. But mystery milk, it's meltdown. It's nuclear radiated chocolate, and as soon as you touch it, you get cancer. Don't eat it.
We recently returned from an annual November autumn tour and came back with a few products made in North Korea to try at the office. Amongst the many products made in North Korea we brought back, including a selection of North Korean fizzy drinks. We couldn't wait to try these interesting packaged North Korean chocolate. Okay. Ooh, white chocolate looks good. Look at that, man.
White chocolate is not chocolate, truly.
That looks like good chocolate, man. I don't know. It looks pretty good.
I don't know. Mystery milk chocolate. Don't think it was irradiated, and then when you eat it, it's gonna make you get cancer. It's scary.
More from our Made in North Korea series.
Who said that they brought this back? Then they brought it back here. How did they even get into North Korea? Isn't that a banned country for U.S. citizens to go to?
No, you can go there. What's his face? The basketball player went there.
Well, he was replaced by the idiot president or whatever, but that's something different.
But sometimes they let certain people come in for tours. I know we've
I
had
wouldn't
American.
go to South Korea, but North Korea, screw that. I don't want to go there. I'd be arrested immediately.
They've even allowed in some American press from time to time.
Look, I have the death sentence on 12 systems.
12, baby. You baby, 12 systems.
No, that's Ponda Baba
More
from
like
the
1,200
spaceport threatening Luke Skywalker before he gets his arms chopped off.
You know who does a better job of that is, I can't think of the name of the movie now. It's God, goes way back. A couple famous actors in it. Damn, I can't remember. He's a gambler. Nah, not a gambler. He's a when you go kill somebody, he assassinates people.
Assassin, yeah.
Yeah, he's living on some planet somewhere that used to be like a casino world kind of planet, but now it's all dead. And he just lives there with all his money and shit. And this guy from this planet
Boba Fett.
No. This is way before Boba Fett. This guy from this planet comes and finds him. The Varda was one of the names of the people.
Oh, the Vorta are from Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
No, this is before that.
You got me for a loss. I'm a sci-fi geek.
It's and the best part about this movie is they reuse the special effects in it in several other movies. So there's like one that's a UFO and all the guys inside of it are white, and they took the arm, one of the evil leader took one of their arms and put it on his arm, make it his own arm, and they telepathically made the arm try to choke him. And then they had some little girl. She was a cute little thing that she was in this little craft. And she always said, live fast, die young, and leave a beautiful corpse. And then there was the space cowboy guy who came.
Oh, like Lex.
No, it's not Lex. It's this is a big movie,
dude.
Back in the day.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a sci-fi geek. You got me stumped. I have no idea.
I'm for the life of me, I cannot. And it was a stupid movie, but I cannot for the life of me remember it.
It sounds like just about everything I've said, guessed at, and it's like, no, you're wrong.
It's when you say it, I'll know it, but
do you know the name of the stars that are in it?
I can see their faces. The guy who plays the cowboy, he's pretty famous. The guy who plays the assassin, he's pretty famous, but I cannot remember their names.
Not Firefly.
Nah, Firefly's an easy one. It's damn. Oh well, it's gonna make me crazy now. I hate that shit. Jimmy, I can't. Oh, and one of the other guys that helped him out was a reptilian guy. Matter of fact, he captured the guy's girlfriend and were hanging her upside down to eat her until she told him who she was after, the bad guy, which this guy hated even more. So he helped him to kill him or try to kill him.
Conan the Barbarian. I don't know. I am completely.
No, this is all space science fiction.
I'm stumped, buddy. I don't know. I can't.
It's going to drive me crazy. I can't think of any other names that would help me to get to. All I can remember, I think the Varda was like the teaching book in the movie, or like their religion. Gonna make me crazy, people.
I think we already are.
It's just it's an epic space sci-fi, and there was a lot of people who a lot of other sci-fi movies used their cheap special effects. It's like they sold them off, and you've seen them in a lot of other. That's not it. Let me see. Maybe this.
It's not a Bollywood movie, is it?
No, it's just a space sci-fi. So there's a guy lives on a planet, and they found out this hunter killer race is coming to get him for whatever reason. And they come there and tell him they're going to come get him, actually. And then they leave, and they leave a one ship orbiting the planet just to check on him. But on the planet, they're like they don't have weapons or anything. They're like an agrarian society, and they have this old brown spaceship. It actually looks like it has two big boobs in the front of it. It's a weird, kind of square but sleeked around and kind of looking spaceship. And the spaceship talks to the guy all the time. It's kind of a sarcastic voice for it. It's a female voice, but so this is a young guy. Oh, you know the guy? He's the guy, John Walton. He's the Walton guy who plays the lead role as a young man.
Who is? What's his name?
The John Boy Walton from the Waltons, the young guy. You don't remember the Waltons?
Oh, I do remember the Waltons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me go find him.
I think that's him.
All right, the Waltons. Let me go find that, and I'll get John Boy. I can't remember his name.
I
He's
know,
still alive, I think. The Waltons.
probably.
Why did that happen?
All right, let's see. Richard Earl Thomas, is that him? Yeah, I think that's him. Where's his Wikipedia at? Yep, that looks like him. That's him, Richard Earl Thomas. So where's his movie credits at? Acting career. Here we go.
Where's John Boy? Ralph
Let's
Wade.
see. Hallmark Hall of Fame.
Richard Thomas was John Boy. Okay.
Yeah,
He was in
that's
the
what I say.
movie.
Weren't you not listening? Yeah, he was in the movie. That's
No,
what
I was
saying.
concentrating on trying to find this.
Oh no, I'm already on the Wiki page reading out the movies he's been in.
Beyond Battle of the Stars. Battle Beyond the Stars. That's what you're talking about, isn't
I
it?
think it is.
Hang
I'm looking for
Hang on a second.
I'm looking on this list so I can click on it to see if that's it. As the World Turns. Wow, he was on TV too. Flame in the Wind.
Here we go. Here we go. I got it.
Yeah, that's definitely him. There he is. Is John Boy Waltons, Earl Hammer Jr. The Red Badge of Courage. I didn't know he was in that. Shit, this guy was in all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, he's in the Red Badge of Courage. Is that it?
Let me come back till I can see you. That is it. That's it. Now I forgot what we were talking about. It's
because it had a cowboy, an assassin, and I think he said something about a girl with boobs. I don't know. I can't remember. I wasn't paying attention.
yeah, it's one of the girls. She just a tiny little thing. She had monster boobs on her. She's made like it's a deliberate thing. And but yeah, there he is. There's John Boy, and there's the ship I was telling you about. And
Looks kind of like the Firefly a little bit, doesn't it?
but these guys, and there's a bad guy right there.
Yeah, John Vernon. He's in a lot of bad sci-fi.
That's what I'm saying. There was a lot of names in this movie.
John Boy.
Yeah, she's somebody too. And then you got I forgot about that. There's a cowboy guy.
There was Hannibal. It was John Hannibal Smith.
Yeah, and there he is.
Look at those idiots.
That's the Nesters. One feels everything. They all feel they're interconnected. And battle. That's it. And then wait, they ain't sure that. Where's he at?
I don't know. We haven't started.
They haven't shared the girl or the John Boy.
Oh, Schlocky.
Once I seen his face.
Here we go. George Papard. There you go.
Yeah,
George Smith. Robert Vaughn.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, he played this.
Not Vernon, John Saxon, not John Vernon. Oh, look, idiot.
That was the reptilian guy. They were just showing him. I didn't say who played him then.
There's Robert Vaughn again.
Yeah.
And who the hell is that? Give us some names.
That's the guy's girlfriend.
Oh, look, the reptilian's about to have lunch.
And okay, why don't you show the rest of the actors?
Yeah, I know. I mean, you give us 2 names, 3 names, then you move on, show more. These are all the best parts of the film, by the way, people. So you don't have to go and actually.
Yeah, it probably is all the best parts of the film. But what kills me.
Yeah, see, that's it. You know,
there's so many big names in this movie. This movie was stupid, guys. It had potential, but it ended up being horrible. But it had potential.
God, was it horrible? Ugh.
But the reason I'm saying is they sold it off and they reused the special effects in this movie in like 7 or 8 different sci-fi movies. It was ridiculous.
Pretty much.
And I was kind of like, why would you?
Well, here we go. Let me get to this. I'm on the page with it, so I can go down and just rattle off the cast for you. So we'll just start with what it gives us the top thing. Wow, there's a lot of people. Let's see: George Papard, Robert Vaughn, John Saxon, Richard Thomas, Darlene Flugel. Remember the name, but barely. Sybil Danning, she was rather popular. Morgan Woodward, Sam Jaffe, Earl Bowen. Earl Bowen actually becomes the guy who's behind the fence on Tim McCarthy's show. John Gowans, And he's also the doctor in Terminator. Lawrence Stephen Myers, some people we don't know. Let's see, Jeff Corey. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, it was
That's about it. Nobody big after that.
no Jeffrey. There wasn't. Was it a flop? I think it was a flop. but
Absolutely, it was.
I can't.
Absolutely.
I mean, I can't speak for I don't know how much money it made. Maybe it made its money. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how much money it made. It might have made its money. It may not have made its money.
Which one? Battle Beyond the Stars?
This was July 25th of 1980. It
Battle
had
Beyond the
moderate.
Stars?
It had
Yeah.
moderate box office success, so it wasn't a flop. The film was three actors. Damn, I can't talk tonight. Anyway, it was released by World Pictures on July 25th of 1980. It was a modest box office success despite receiving mixed reviews. from
5.5 is average on IMDb.
Nominated for 5 Saturn Awards: Best Fiction Film, Best Special Effects. Really get the. I'm not going to say that. Joe. Be nice.
Wow.
So that was just a little bit crazy. So let me go see who's over here. Story by, based on. Okay. Oh, Richard just so handsome. I'm looking for it. Let me see. Is this her? I think that might have been her. She looks way different there.
But I don't
Maybe
have
that's
two. The Continues has a 6.9 star rating here on IMDb. That's interesting.
Wasn't John Saxon in what was that? V.
Oh, probably yes. I got him up here. I can go right to his page. I think he's dead, by the way, unfortunately. But he's been in a lot of stuff. He's a $6 million man. He's been on everything on television.
Yeah, he was
Let me
in a
get
lot
to
of
his.
stuff.
I'll get to his television credits here for you in a second. I can rattle off a whole bunch for you. It's one of the things he's known for. People don't realize as an actor, he is one of the main stars in a Bruce Lee film.
Bruce Lee.
Yeah. Here we go. All of his acting credits, starting from the most recent, is The Extra, which was 2017. So I think he is passed on us. Where does it? No, it doesn't say it here. A lot of things you'd never have heard of. Here's a short called "Bring Me the Head of Lance Henriksen."
Oh Lord. I guess you got to take what you can get when you got to work, but I mean,
he was on TV on CSI Crime Scene Investigation, that TV show. And they got a lot of big guys there. Criminal Minds, another TV show. Kung Fu: The Legend Continues. That's a new, an updated TV show. That was actually pretty good. From Dusk to Dawn. That's one of Jeffrey's movies. Beverly Hills Cop 3. He's got a huge list. My God, Matlock. The original one, not the one with the new. What's her face?
let's see.
Wow, he's in A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Fantasy Island, Scarecrow, Mrs. King, Magnum PI, Hardcastle and McCormick. A lot of schlock. Here's one: Prisoners of the Lost Universe, 3.8 stars. I'm getting that's schlock.
Yeah, the civil one's the one I was telling you about, playing the big boob girl.
Wow, he's been in a lot of stuff. I'm going to stop there because that's just a lot of credits. I actually like the actor. He's got 197 movie credits.
Yeah, a long life you can do that kind of stuff.
One as a director, yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I remember him as the bad guy, the bad bionic man in the $6 Million Man TV show. That's really my first memory of him as an actor. Oh, where did he go? How did I get back to here? Hang on. Just going to see what his bio was.
Yeah, it's strange. Anyway, moving on to Feed Me, I'm Hungry kind of thing.
John Saxon died of pneumonia on July 5th, 2020. Oh, so he did get pretty far. Murfreesboro, Tennessee. He was 83 years old. Well, that's a shame. He was a very good actor, in my opinion.
Yeah, he had a fun acting career. Yes.
He was in, like I said, he was in quite a
But
bit of really.
I do
bad
remember
spots,
him
but-
being in V.
Oh, yeah, I was looking for. Yeah, shit. I just closed the window. Let me go back to it.
I just type in his name in V, see what comes up. I actually, Glenn, I'm looking for a new near now sci-fi to watch. There's just nothing out there. Nah, not really. Well, I'm not the biggest TV watcher, so that doesn't help it.
And I'm going to go all the way to the bottom of his credits. He probably starts in the 50s.
Yeah, more than
Oh, no, I don't even need to do that. When was the V? Was the
70s, 70s and 80s, somewhere up in there.
70s? Let's start in 1970 then. Here we go. 1969, 70. Boom. Ironside. Yeah, that's a good show. I watched that.
Yeah.
Joe Kid, the original Kung Fu. Yeah. Streets of San Francisco. I watched that. Enter the Dragon. If you didn't know, that's the Bruce Lee movie he was in. Banachek with George Papard. Wow. Black Planet. Gunsmoke. Strange New World. Rockford Files. That was a good show. $6 Million Man I mentioned already. Bionic Woman. Wonder
What are you
Woman.
talking about?
Starsky and Hutch. We're looking for V. Still in the 70s. Most
What
Fun
are you
Fantastic
talking-
Journey. West Side.
Fantastic.
Quincy M.E. That was a good show.
Yeah.
Greatest Heroes of the Bible.
Yeah, it says it was 1980.
I'm getting there. Beyond Evil, The Electric Horseman. And that sounds like a soft porn movie if I've ever heard one. Battle Beyond the Stars, 1980. Blood Beach, Vegas. Yeah, I didn't really watch that show. Golden Gate. Was that a TV show?
Oh, maybe I'm
Is
getting
80?
confused.
For V?
1980, yeah, for V, yeah.
A-Team.
Mark Singer. Maybe I'm getting. He looks like maybe I got him confused with somebody. That Mark Singer guy kind of looks like him.
I'm into 1990 now. Mad Jake. Yeah, I don't think so.
I'm actually on the V site looking through the list, see if it's on there.
Hey, Google, was the actor John Saxon in the TV show V?
I haven't seen him yet. I haven't seen him.
On Bonanza to Marco Polo on the Time Tunnel. From 1969 to
Time Tunnel.
1972, he was a star of the television series The Bold Ones, The New Doctors, playing the brilliant surgeon Theodore Stewart.
No, he was not.
Yeah, I don't see him. I'm looking.
Hey, Google, stop.
I'm on the site right now. I think I got him confused with that Mark Singer.
Mark Singer.
Yeah, I think I did. When I seen this guy's face, I said, I think I got him confused.
Oh, darn it. Mark Singer, though,
no,
was
no,
from
that's not.
the
No. Wait, something's not right here because I remember the guy who's running around in black. He plays a lot of bad guys. Oh, wait a minute. Nah, something's screwy here. I'm missing somebody here. No, and Mark Singer was a good guy. He wasn't the bad guy. So no, I didn't get him confused with that.
Were you thinking maybe the bad guy from the Beastmaster? Because that's where Mark Singer is also.
No, it's not Mark Singer. I for some reason they showed Mark Singer young and old. When I seen him old, it reminded me of the guy, but he would have been young back then. He wouldn't have been old, so it's definitely not him.
I mean, I think he was in his 20s or 30s when that he was, acting back then. He's
Yeah,
I
well,
think
the
he's probably
guy-
20 years older than me.
One of the guys that's in the series, I haven't seen in this list yet, and I know he's in the series because he runs around. I don't see him. Well, is there any more people here? Is this it or? Yeah, he's kind of bald head. I've seen him in other things playing a bad guy. I've seen him in a lot of sci-fis playing a bad. What the f is this guy's name? And damn, I can't think of his name. It's gonna make me crazy now.
All
Well,
right,
we remember the other guy.
So which V do you think it was? So V the TV miniseries starts in 1983. The TV series goes 84 to 85, and then the final battle goes off in 1984. So I don't know how the TV series ends after the final battle. It's weird. And then there's the redo in 2009 to 2011, and then it looks like there's
These would have
another
been one of the
V.
series. These would have been one of the series in the 80s for sure.
All right, well, let's do the one that's 84 to 85 then. And who are we looking for?
I don't know his name. I thought it was a guy we were talking about earlier, but John, was it Saxon or something? What was his name? No, I forgot.
Yeah, that was John Saxon. We already deep dived on him.
Yeah, well, no.
Michael Ironside.
Let's see.
It's Michael Ironside, whom you're thinking of.
Well, put his face up. Let me see it. Let's see. Scott Wolf.
Righty. Oh, what am I doing? I'm not trying to invite somebody. Somebody fix these buttons here. StreamYard, you hear me? You sons of bitches. You change everything without asking us. Sorry, did I say that out loud?
They said they let me get out of here.
They said, come along for the ride. You'll stream and scream. It'll be fun, they said. Oh. Here we go. Is that him?
Hold on, gotta get back to the screen now. All right, let's pop up.
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay, I don't see nothing.
Michael Ironside.
I don't see nothing. You gotta put it.
It's up.
Oh, I need a younger picture than that. I think that's a guy there. You may be right, but I don't know. I need a younger picture.
Michael Ironside looks almost identical to John Saxon. He's the bad guy in Total Recall.
He's not actually the bad guy in this. He's kind of pain in the ass.
So we've identified the who the actor is. Now let's find if we can get this stupid fruit juice out of there. Let's go to his photos known for Starship Trooper Scanners, Total Recall, Top Gun. Not enough. Let's go to where's the actor? Right here. See all. How recent is it?
What the hell was that?
It's a motorcycle out there in the parking lot revving up. Do you know what year this movie was you're looking for?
No, I ain't gotta worry about it now because we're almost out of time. But next time
yeah.
It's yeah, and I was doing something and I looked over and seen it. I was like, damn, it's already that late. Glinda the Good Witch. I love that name, by the way. I'm gonna have to steal your name. Jay the Good Witch. What do you mean? Men can be witches. What are you talking about? Well, they prefer to be called warlocks, but they've been called witches. I just don't like using the word witch because it's so close to the B word.
Yeah. Watch out, witches.
Witches and bitches. Oh, who sings that song? 9 Inch Nails?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's 9 Inch Nails.
I've heard of some of their things, but I'm not really a fan.
Oh, I see News and Flipside did good last night on Rumble. That's good to see. It's no, we're getting ready to get out of here, guys and girls. Girls and guys. Actually, what the hell this come from? Clothes. Amazon. Let me send you some chocolate, Joe. No, Amazon. Amazon, fuck you. How's that? Yes. No, you can't send me no chocolate, Amazon. I don't trust you, Amazon. You're an evil bastard, Amazon. NATO country reports drones over largest military base. They're gonna start shooting shit down. I gotta quit playing with that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna keep fucking around until they end up losing a bunch of equipment because they're not taking care of business. You can't just let drones fly over your military bases unchecked. That's just dumb. Okay, what was I looking for? Why was I in here? Dirty soda. What is dirty soda?
What is what? Dirty soda? I have no idea. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I haven't either. So, well, why'd you send me that, Jimmy? I'm not a big PepsiCo fan to start off with. I worked for them for a while. I'm not a big fan of theirs. Well, PepsiCo owns Taco Bell and I think KFC and basically any restaurant chain that you go in and there's Pepsi in there, PepsiCo owns them. Because nobody will put Pepsi in places except for places that are Pepsi. Because it's a wannabe Coke. You might as well drink RC Cola, man.
There are a lot of weird sodas out there, fizzy drinks, if you will. I was given a Cuts Down soda. Cuts Down is a town here in Pennsylvania. I don't know where, but somewhere. And anyway, I got this. It was called Birch Beer. It was white, and it kind of tasted like it was a cross between the alcohol the doctor rubs on your arm when he gives you a shot and peppermint. It was really weird. White birch beer.
Yes, it's a Utah-based chain. Swig kicked off the dirty soda trend, helping receive the slushy beverage category. What? Okay, this just sounds like a name for something that already exists that somebody's trying to make famous.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll check it out. Dirty soda, man. I don't want to soda somebody pissed in. You keep that shit. Send you soda. People better not be stealing nobody's ideas. Y'all get sued for that. No, Glenn, we get ready to get out of here. You got a question or a remark or a first? Okay, what's going on? Why can't I see Jay?
I don't know. Are you? I'm here. Are you freezing up? I think you're freezing up.
I can hear you, but it won't. Yeah, for some reason it won't let me on this. This fucking computer. We gotta have a little chat computer.
Hey, guess what? We're on the chat. Now's the time.
That's right. We're gonna have a little chat computer on the chat while we're live. You piece of crap.
You are not going to like the result, Mr. Computer.
If I disappear, it's because I crashed this damn thing. Because I don't know what it's doing. It's just sitting there with a big white page.
And your audio and video are sometimes choppy.
Yeah, well, I can see it's not doing anything, so it's got to be.
Are you unable to end the stream? If you want, I can end the stream because we are at 10:28 my time.
Let me see. Yeah, you can go ahead and end it. I'm not that on you, but go ahead. It's just taking minutes to go between things. Oh, there I am. Whoa, I'm back. Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, fuck you. People. I'm sorry about that, guys. I gotta break this thing down and watch what's going on. Just
I told you, Mercury retrograde has not left. It's still with us. I mean, it's
just something. A couple of weeks ago, I think I caught a cold of some kind, and Daddy's gonna get in there and figure out what the hell's going on with it. Well, I'll set the bitch back to factory reset and fuck them. There won't be nothing on it then. Everything on this computer, everything on here is backed up on a hard drive. So fuck it. But
before you zap it, back it up one more time.
Oh well, no, because if it's got a virus on it, I don't want to give it.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. No, but the virus software says there's no viruses. I think it's a registry.
Well, all this stuff happened after you plugged in that thumb drive. So maybe after.
No. It's been doing this for
a
couple of weeks now. Yeah, I wish it was something as easy as that. But anyway, guys, we're going to get out of here. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to the chat in United Public Radio, and I hope you have a good day. Stephanie, yes. Oh, I can't see it though. The red light's got it blotted out. Jay's gonna have to pull that picture up when it dries and show it to us.
Yeah, it's wet.
Yes, but anyway, Denise, we're going to get out of here, and no, we're still UFO Paranormal Radio too. It's just United Public is really the brand name now. UFO is okay. technically UFO Paranormal would own everything, but the station's been rebranded in United Public Radio, so UFO Paranormal Radio is like a subsidiary of United Public Radio. Yes, there you go. Now you got it. Pretty soon it'll be 2 stations. You'll have 2 different stations that you can choose from. But on that note, we got to go and thank everyone again for tuning in to United Public Radio, the UFO Paranormal Radio Network, the JNI on the chat. I hope you have some good. Remember, we are looking for hosts. And good topics, people. Y'all been kind of boring lately with topics. You're going to make me have to start choosing topics. You're not going to like it when I start choosing topics. Anyway, just because it's going to infuriate people. So, or I'll start using all
when we
those,
go off topic. Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh,
or I'll start using all them links I got on my Facebook pages that I save for news on the flip side that never get used. So,
yeah. Oh, and I changed the ticker tape to Happy Fall, y'all.
yeah, happy fall, baby. Peace, love, and light, people. We got to go. But on that, good night and stay tuned for. Oh wait.
He's already on.
Oh wait, Sean Haslett's on. Go check him out.
Patrick Hazard is probably already half an hour in.
Yes, but we'll be ending on time next week, so he'll be on time and everybody will be happy, wappy, and crappy.
Happy, good luck.
Good night.